What is going on, folks? Will Turbot here, aka L. Ron Hubbard, the one and only true reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard, and rightful and sole heir to all his mansions and bitches and parties. Fake Mike! Yeah! Real news. And we are joined by the gang. What's up, guys? Share the video, guys. Ooh, wow. We're joined always, of course, by Mellows and an old new friend. We got my boy Gabe out here. Gabe, everyone share this video. This is going to be a fun stream. So if you're just joining, first and foremost, share, like, and subscribe. Oh, Will, why you always have to share, like, and subscribe? Well, because the more times you comment, the more times you like, the more times you share, the more people that see us. Every time you smack the like on the algorithm, more people watch the video. More people watch the video, they find out about what's really going on in the world. They become unbrainwashed. We all eat vegan tacos and we win. That's my little plan, right? We got Futoy in this bitch. We got my boy Eric Thompson. Let's hold on. We got our guy. We got the Netherlands. We got my boy Roger Hop. Joel. 10 TP. John Denicola. Good to see you. I've never seen 10 TP. Welcome to the Scrizim. CFR Network, Eyes in the Audit. Everyone go check out my boy Eyes in the Audit. We're joined by Eyes in the Audit right now as well, too. And we're joined by my boy Gabe. And who knows, maybe if this stream is a success, you might be seeing a bromance comedy between me and Gabe. Except we're not going to be playing cops. We're going to be playing something cool than that. Maybe we will play cops. Who knows? Bad boys. You never know. So Gabe, so this is what's happening for the stream today, guys. The first portion of the stream right here, we're going to be kicking ass and taking names. And it's going to be subjective. We're going to be ranking the 50 state capitals here in the United States. Now, I've been to a bunch of them. Gabe's been to a bunch of them. We're going to be ranking them. And this is all subjective. Obviously, my subjectiveness is way better than Gabe's, right? But we'll figure it out. We're working together. Gabe and I are working together tonight. We're going to compile this list. We're going to tier list. We're going to put it on screen. And then later's on, hopefully we'll be joined by a panel as well. We're going to have some guests to talk about dating on in about an hour and a half too. So hang out about that. So before, let's check in with the chat. We got my boy Futoy. I figure 4 leg lock the like. Thank you very much. Shout outs to Ric Flair, my boy. And then also one more piece of housekeeping. Hola, ¿qué tal? Before we go, tonight's scent. This is the scent right here. This scent right here, this is Dunhill, Icon by Dunhill. Now just the bottling right here. Whew, this is a very masculine, mature scent. This is not for the younger guys. I mean, Gabe could pull it off because he's got the cool mustache. You know what I'm saying? Mel's could pull it off. We're mature guys. This is what you do when you see the ladies. You go, get my eyes on you. Okay, don't do that. Just kidding, guys. Never do that. All right. In all seriousness, all right. Someone was just talking about me. Oh, good. Well, appreciate it. All right. So let's get right into this, bucko. We're gonna share Gabe's screen. Gabe, if you can pull up this tier list. Oh, okay. Before we do, Gabe, welcome to the stream. Cheese and crackers, vegan cheese, of course, and crackers. Tell people about yourself, man, and welcome to the stream. This is your maiden voyage here on Fake Mike Real News, and hopefully it's not your last, brother. And maybe if we're cool, maybe if people stay to the end of the stream, they can see your impression of Fake Mike Real News. And one last thing, I'm going to try to do something. Mellows and Gabe, do me a favor. Make sure I don't interrupt anybody today, and I'm on my best behavior. Muting. So okay. Gabe, please tell the folks about yourself.
Okay, all right. So my name is Gabe. So I was inspired to come onto Will's live stream today because I watched last week's Fake Mike Fridays, and he had the special guest promote his Asperger's book, and I was also diagnosed with autism. I'm trying to think, I would say around kindergarten, first grade, sometime around there. And I have a lot of experience in the autism awareness field as well. And I'm just hoping to go around and spread more awareness on the topic because I believe it's a heavily wide topic that needs awareness on, because unfortunately, a lot of people these days just don't take the time to understand it, and they want to instead abuse it, or just they just do not want to get to know anyone with it. They just want to be like, oh, you're real. I don't want to get to know you. So they're just like,
yeah, absolutely right. And not only that, Gabe, but also you're somebody that's a fan of architecture. You're a fan of geography. You're a First Amendment auditor. You don't give yourself enough credit here. That's the thing about Gabe. Gabe's humble. I'm trying to get Gabe to blow his own horn here, but he's not going to do it because he's smart. He's smart. So I'm going to blow his own horn for him. But Gabe's an auditor. Gabe has went into buildings because he's a fan of architecture, elevators, machinery, a whole bunch of things that. And if you guys are lucky, maybe you'll see Gabe's impression of Fake Mike Real News later, and we might even boot up a computer from the 90s. Right? Just if you're just joining, share the video. Shout out to James A. But this guy's an auditor too. He went into some of these buildings because he's a fan of architecture. He's a fan of elevators. I used to be in the elevator business myself too, but I left. Too many ups and downs. I know, guys. That joke is strong on so many levels. And Gabe is sitting here like, God damn, Will, how many times are you going to tell that joke? Will, cut it out. Okay, but in all seriousness,
I got a question for you, Will. Will you be willing to stop telling that joke?
I would be willing to do that. Yes. Okay. We'll see. Maybe 7 or 8 more times. We'll figure it out. So yeah. So Gabe's a First Amendment auditor. They told him, "Oh, actually, you can't film in this courthouse." And Gabe said, "So good." This is not exactly how it went down, but Gabe's a First Amendment auditor as well too. And someone's in the chat saying, Gabe, the walking camera guy, is a friend of mine, and he audits as well. And yeah, Gabe, man, you're the man. Awesome, dude. You got a legend, bro. People already know about you in the chat, so congratulations to you.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead. Please continue, sir.
Well, I was gonna just say that of course, being autistic, I have a lot of anxiety as well, and I could never have enough courage to walk in a building just rolling from the get-go like you guys do. So I'm definitely not a professional, but definitely, in my opinion, I would say so there's many different kinds of First Amendment auditors. You don't have to be like the person who just walks right in and filming, because what I do, I go in and I tell them, hey, I just want to take a picture of the elevator. And they're like, and usually they were very nice. Some of them, though, they were like, hey, yeah, we can't have you do that because it's a threat. Or they're like, it's my building, you know.
My building.
Yeah, we actually had a commissioner, Steuben County, Indiana. That's what happened. Steuben, or as I call it, Stupid County, Indiana. Stupid. Yeah, Stupid County, Indiana, because they wanted to play that with me. So I went to the highest level. I told them I always find a way. And I went to the judge, and the judge said, yeah, he has a right to film in here. So he actually gave me a personal tour of the courthouse, took me up to the bell tower, showed me the bell and everything, and let me film the elevator.
Wow, to the bell tower. Wow, that's pretty good. I hope you didn't have to do anything weird in exchange. That's pretty cool, dude. Honestly, you're trailblazing right there, young man, because I've never been taken up to the bell tower. I have had a couple weird experiences where mayors were like drunk, and they were like, most mayors, when you go in, the doors closed. I'm sorry. He can't meet with anybody. The governor's can you go ahead and fill out, put something on the schedule, and he'll meet with you. But I have one mayor somewhere down in Delaware. He was drunk, bro. He was like, wow. Come on in. Let me show you everything. Some files. He was crazy. All right, so let's check out the chat real quick, and we're going to go to Gabe's screen if you want to start here. Actually, I'm going to start sharing my screen with some scrimp and some scropster. But let's share my screen right here. And first, we're going to take a look at the state capitals in the United States. And we're going to go alphabetically. And one more random fact here. Rozier doesn't have a sister. What the hell? Let's check into the chat, because the chat is going crazy right now, guys. Because what is going on? We've got Rozier saying, I don't have a sister. We got Frank Royce. We got Breaking the Flizzy. Tom Estes. It's been a long time. Yeah, we all have anxiety, and it takes a lot of balls to be an auditor. Seriously, dude, And Gabe is an amazing dude, man. Honestly, like there's so many men out there that don't do anything, and that's the thing. Allegedly with autism, right? Is you got social anxiety. We do all have social anxiety. Apparently, people with autism. Hang on a second, Mellows. Guys, share the video.
Yeah, let's just take this opportunity to share the video, hit the like. The website, let's just name the website is FakeMicRealNews.com. Give that a visit. Have you got your links, Gabe? You want to post your...
Yep. Got my...
Yeah, Gabe's link.
There you go.
Sorry about that, gentlemen. Gabe's link is in the chat, and Gabe, tell people why you put your email in the chat. You said you didn't want to put your email in the chat because I don't want to do PayPal. I'm like, no, Gabe, you're amazing, and wait till people get to know you. So your email is there for your PayPal, but what was the reason you wanted to put your email out there? And thank you very much, Melos.
Okay, let me tell you why. So, this is my main email, wise_Gabriel@yahoo.com. That's wise_Gabriel@yahoo.com. And for those idiots who don't know what an underscore is, it's the long line below the lettering. Because
say it again 3 more times. 3 more times is how you get it in people's heads, and I'm going to put it on screen, and it's in the chat.
Okay.
In the description.
wise_Gabriel@yahoo.com. wise_Gabriel.com. Oh,
I tricked you. Okay, it's on screen. I got it. Don't worry. It's on screen. It's in the description. And yeah, why did you want to share your email today, brother?
Okay, all right, let's get into that. So I wanted to share it because it's a way for people to get in touch with me, if they ever want to have a dialogue. Like maybe there's someone who's autistic out there who's struggling as well, and they need just advice, I'm there to help them out. I'm there to help out anyone with autism. My goal is, this is my goal. My goal is to help any autistic person out there to make sure that they don't go through the same crap that I've had to go through in my life.
And that's a beautiful thing. And he means what he's saying. The email is in the description. It's also on screen. It's wise_Gabriel@yahoo.com. Thank you very much, Tommy. I literally love you. Tommy, you provide such a tremendous service to this community, because it's not just me that you do this to. Honestly, Tommy, you deserve all the accolades and praise. You're a great human being, and I love you. And I'm not saying that, I'm not being hyperbolic. I literally love you, bro. What you do for this community is amazing. Thank you. Tommy is one of us. And yeah, okay. And so Frank Royce, my boy, because he's just like me. That's why I love Frank Royce. He wants you to explain the shirt. You want to show people the cool shirts, and maybe you could show people your wall too before we start.
Yeah.
You got a cool wall.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can't do it because you're on a computer too. Maybe you can't.
Yeah. I can. It's a laptop, so I can flip it on. So this is an Adventure Time shirt right here. So I'm a huge fan. I'm actually working on a project, for anyone wondering. I'm trying to enter the animation industry. In fact, let me go get it. This is going to be a sneak peek. Sneak peek on FakeMicRealNews. This is my completed script for my pilot episode of my animated series.
Oh my God, that looks ew. Hopefully I can get a cameo as a small side character, as a voice character, because I can do weird voices for sure. I can do some impressions.
Yeah, so I'm pitching this, and I'm still going around. I have a lot of connections in the industry. I go to many Comic Cons. I've met many voice actors, and I try to get myself out there. I reach out to a lot of people online, post my artwork and stuff online. In fact, here, real quick, mind if I share my screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna put your screen up there. Share your screen, and boom, perfect. We're all
okay.
Right now.
So here, let me go into my photo here, and you can see some of my artwork. Okay, this is one of the latest ones I did. This is a recreation from the Adventure Time pitch pilot I made right here. Oh, there we go. I drew this by hand.
Hold on, because you're sharing your screen, but you're not. The screen is your StreamYard screen, so you gotta. We're not seeing your screen.
Okay, hang on. I have to fix that because I think it's in the.
Take your time, my friend. Everyone share the video. We're about to get into some. We're about to go through the state capitals here. We're gonna rank them and of course it's gonna be subjective. We're gonna go into their artistic beauty. Mellows, man, because remember.
Okay,
Mellows,
there we go. This is a drawing I did.
Okay, let's see what Gabe got for the folks. Whoa, you did that, bro?
Yeah, this is from the Adventure Time pitch pilot. That's a scene from the.
That's epic. Yeah, tell people about this. I love. What is he in a meditative pose? What's going on here? Tell people.
Yeah. So that's a scene from the pitch pilot, which was pitched to Nickelodeon, but it was never picked up because Nickelodeon is stupid, and Cartoon Network eventually saw eyes on the show, and they picked it up instead, like a couple years later after Nickelodeon passed on the series.
When is this photo? When is this art from?
You mean when did I draw this?
Take a break. Go ahead, Gabe. Say what you're saying, bro.
So wait, were you wondering when I drew this?
Correct.
Yeah, I actually just drew this I finished it a couple nights ago, actually.
Man, that's pretty good, dude. We gotta see. I'm gonna give you some money. I'm gonna send you some money, and we're gonna see how you do a fake mic picture, and we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen now, and then we're gonna get back to your screen.
Okay.
So my screen is. These are the state capitals, and we're going to go in alphabetical order, and we're going to put them on the tier list. So Gabe is going to be putting them on the tier. So we're going to start with the Alabama state capital. So let's take a look at the. Oh wait, do I have the right page? These are actually the state capitals, so not the state capitals. Hold on, we need a list of state capitals.
Okay, here, let me get it. Okay, so is my screen up of the tier list?
I'll tell you in 1 second, brother. Because I'm on the other screen. And for a bonus, we might do some Canadian ones. Let's see if my boy. Oh, I never went live on Instagram. Let's go live on Instagram. We're going live on Instagram right now. All right, guys. If you're just joining us on Instagram, we're on Instagram and we're live. So join us. If you're just joining, it's cool. So scroll back, find us on YouTube. Sorry, I forgot about that. All right, so we got Gabe's screen. All right, let's add Gabe's screen. All right, cool. Okay, so you got the Alabama state capital. Want to throw up an image of that sucker, play?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, Will. All right.
All right. Let's take a look at this sucker here.
Here it is. So Alabama state capital. This one I've actually been to, Montgomery, Alabama. This one does look pretty simple, but there's a lot of beauty in the building's simplicity. For example, I do love this unique design. You may notice if you look right here, there's this clock right here. Right in front of the building, beneath the dome. That's very unique. There's not many capitals.
I don't think there's any capitals that have a clock right there, honestly. And I've never been to Alabama. And keep going, and I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah. So it's very beautiful, and not only that, but this capital is famous. You know why? Because these steps right here, these are the steps, iconically, where Martin Luther King gave a speech after walking all of the people from Selma to Montgomery. And of course, recently was Martin Luther King Day, so everyone should know all about that history and stuff.
I hope they do. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen, check out my video of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece, Dr. Alveda King. It's historic, it's epic, and she talks about Black genocide, and she does it with the guy that has a fake mic. So yeah, I want you to keep going here too. And now this Alabama state capital here, like you said, it's very unique, that clock. I've never seen a clock there. And I have to say, I do love the pillars on the front. The dome, meh, it's okay. Well, yeah. Any other thoughts when you went inside? What was your take on that, and how do you rate this?
Oh, so here's some of the beauty right here. In fact, crap. I should have. I took pictures, but they're all on my phone. I wish I had them prepared. I should have came more prepared. But This would do. This would do. Okay. Oh, this is also another unique thing about the Alabama State Capitol. Only Capitol that has this. They have something known as the Avenue of Flags, where they have every single U.S. flag on one of the exterior sides of the Capitol right here.
That's pretty sick. I wonder is it in an alphabetical order? Is it in any particular?
Yes, it is alphabetical order. You got California right here, then Colorado, and then I think that's Connecticut after that. Oh,
no. That's Colorado. It's California, Colorado, and I know. And I was going to say this earlier.
Yeah.
And people are asking how big is the building. I was going to say this earlier. Of all the things I remember from when I was in elementary school, the only thing, and this is why you guys are going to be surprised when I come out with music. Seriously, you guys are going to be surprised, because the only thing I remember from elementary school was all the states in alphabetical order. Why? Because they taught it to me with music. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut.
Oh, that's the 50
Delaware,
United
Florida.
States song.
It's cringe. It's really cringe. But I still remember because it was put to you by music. So all right. So let's think, man. This is a pretty unique.
Yeah. I got one more picture to show. Okay.
Take your time, my G. You're in control. You're in the command chair right now.
Here, hang on. Let me get up so this is inside of the dome. This is where it shows the real beauty right here. So the inside of the dome, look at this. You got all of this. Let's find a good picture here. There we go. You got all of these murals and this very pretty colors. They're very vibrant, like very, reddish, yellowish. It's just very vibrant colors that come off from the dome. This is a beautiful dome in the interior of the building.
I could not agree with you more. And I think that's one of the most spectacular things about going into these state houses is you go up and you look at the dome, and it's such a inspiring, entrancing feeling when you sit there and you look up at the dome. It's so beautiful. It's actually so beautiful. It's incredibly beautiful. So let's say, so what do we say? Because we got 50 states to get here to 1.21 gigawatts. Oh my God! Look at that spiral staircase. Hold on, can you full screen that real quick? That is sexy. That is sexy.
This is beautiful too. I got to see this, and of course it wouldn't let me full screen it. It takes me to the website.
Wow, look at those on the right. Go to the picture. Go to the photograph on the right there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that looks like two cobras on the side. That is incredibly beautiful, right there.
Yeah, I got a picture of this building, many pictures, and this is what I do. I try to take a picture from basically each corner of the state capitol, like as many pictures as I can get to get the full tour for people who have not been there.
And we appreciate you doing that, Gabe. So okay, so let's pull up your screen and go to the tier list, if you wouldn't mind, my friend.
Okay.
All right, so let's tell people about the tiers. What's A, B, C, D, S? What's S? Is S E?
Yeah, so S is the top tier, like the one that's like, oh, this is just amazing. Like this is like mouth-watering good. I don't know if that's the right phrase to use, but like
mouth-watering good. You put it exactly well. So it's S in order of dopeness.
Yeah.
It's S.
And I'm gonna add an extra tier. You can do that on here. So you click add a row below. And I'm going to add, for this extra tier down here, I'm going to add F.
The F tier. I already have one in my mind, which is going to be an F tier. So Alabama, we might have to move this one around. I'm going to go. Do you want to go first? Would you like me to go first on Alabama?
I'm going to be honest with you, Will. I'm going to say A because it's beautiful, but it's very simple in design, so I'm going to say A.
Okay. I initially put it at a C tier. However, Alabama is one of the few that I have never been to. So let's put that as a B. An A mixed with the C equals a B. So we're going to put Alabama as a B right now.
Okay.
And the next one on our list is going to be Alaska, and that's another one that I've never went to. And
okay, here, get ready. Who is ready for letdown?
Yeah.
All right, get ready. This one is bad. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna just put it out there. I think it's a D. Just look at it.
I mean, literally, like nobody took anything into account. And guys, if you're in the chat, I want you guys to put: is this an S tier? S is the best. A, B, C, D. S is the best, and then A, B, C, D, F.
It's like, look at this. You got all of these beautiful mountains in the background. Alaska's a beautiful state, and they didn't even try on the building, the foundation, what people see as the foundation of your state.
What year was this created? If you could look that up, because I agree, it's just literally a rectangle, right? It's literally a rectangle, and I mean, and that's the beautiful thing about cities like Denver. You're driving through freaking Kansas and the eastern third of Colorado for hours and hours.
Yeah.
All you see is freaking cornfields, and then all of a sudden you see a beautiful city rising out, and in the background is Denver and the mountains, the Rocky Mountains. Is absolutely beautiful. And Alaska is one of our most beautiful states. What year was this born? What year was
This was built in 1931. So definitely they were still doing beautiful Art Deco buildings. I can show you plenty of Art Deco buildings.
Now this is interesting there, Bucko.
Yeah.
Because in 1931, and this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, because in 1931, Alaska was still not a state. It was a territory. Was it even a territory? Yes, it was a territory, but it wasn't a state. So that was probably an administrative building. But
now that you think of that, that makes sense, Will.
Yeah, it did not become a state until 1959. So it was only a territory at this time. But even though, why would you, I mean, take a look at this building. I mean, the columns are cool, but it's literally like a square. Like if you were to tell me that was like a high school, I would believe it. There's nothing exceptional about that. There's nothing inspirational whatsoever.
Oh, again, this is another beautiful picture just to show the comparison. This is Juneau right here, downtown Juneau, the background.
I mean, take a look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, I would never live there. I would love to visit there. Definitely never live there. So let's go ahead and throw Alaska on the F tier.
All right. One more picture. Look at this. I think this was when they were building the Capitol right here.
Wow. I mean, you might as well just take a shit in a box. I mean that's a terrible state capital. I mean, that's what represents you. And that's the thing I loved about these state capitals, and that's something that Gabe and I have in common is, right, when you see something, architecturally speaking, and I'm no expert in architecture whatsoever. That's where Gabe comes into play. But when you see a square box, does that inspire you? Versus seeing something that has marble, that has columns, that has a magnificent dome that is painted by gold. What the hell is going on? I don't know.
Well, here, before we move on, Will, I don't think I showed this yet, but I'm going to show these as we go. I don't have a postcode for Alaska, but here's the Alabama postcode right here, if anyone is wondering.
So, yeah, pull that back a little bit.
Can you see it?
Yes. And wait. Right. So what state is that, brother?
Alabama.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, what? Well, how's that? I was like, there's trees. How is that Alaska? Like.
All right. So no, I'm gonna be honest. So Alaska, in my opinion, I might be a little easy on this one. I think just because of the columns, which does, they are a little beautiful with the marble, I'm gonna put it at a very low D, in my opinion.
And speaking, guys, of very low D. My penis. Okay, just kidding. Okay, you know what? So you give it a D, I give it an F. So what does that make it, really, right? So we'll leave it at D for now, and we'll see. And shout out to Good Guy Activism. Good Guy Activism. Good Guy Activism. Believe it or not, man. some of your ladies have hit me up, and they may join the stream later. So I'll be sending you the link come 8 p.m. Right now, we're ranking state capitals with Gabe the Pimp and Mellows. Mellows, so far you've seen Alabama and Alaska. Can you give us a brief feedback on Alabama and Alaska? They're two completely different buildings.
You're asking me?
No, I'm asking the other guy on my panel named Mellows.
Well, sorry, man. I wasn't really paying attention. I was busy.
No, I don't blame you, Mellows. Mellows, look, you don't even have to be here. Mellows, you don't have to be here. You don't have to sit here for me. And if anybody doesn't know, Mellows is the fucking man, bro. Mellows is the man. Mellows, appreciate you. Okay, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. Now, I've been to the Arizona. Let's put this sucker up on screen because Arizona State Capitol, I've been there. I've done a live video from there.
Yeah, I have not been to this one, but I've seen pictures. My God, again, like Alabama, beautiful. But my God, this one I would have to say is even more beautiful. Just look at it. This is
wow.
Yeah, just look at that.
Let's start with a photo of outside.
Yeah, look at this,
and then we'll go in. I mean, it's very beautiful. And the thing about Arizona, when you go there, the other buildings are all in this large complex. And I've been in there. I've audited in there, and I mean, Arizona, the fact that it doesn't have any beach kind of sucks, but I mean, it's nice and warm. And I mean, take a look at the vegetation right there on the lawn. You won't see that on any other state house. It's very unique, just by what's going on with. I don't know what they built this with. I don't know what but it's a very unique structure on the top. Whatever stones they use to build it with is very, very dope. You don't see that. And I mean, it's gorgeous. So to me, I would give this one a B tier. What's your take on this one, Gabe?
Okay, so the reason, and I think this one should get an A since Alabama's in B, because this one is clearly nicer than Alabama. You can see the floor. You got the really nice mosaic tile on the floor. You got the beautiful rotunda in the center of the building. You got these rich, vibrant colors that just looking at it makes you feel like nice and warm inside. It's just a beautiful, like rich, vibrant colors inside, as you can see.
Honestly, bro, people, and this is why Gabe's a hero, bro, because literally Gabe is a guy that has social anxiety. He's on the stream kicking ass more than me, right? So I mean, let's give it up to Gabe because he's the man. So I agree with you there. I'll tell you what, you give it an A, I give it a B. We'll put it in the A tier because it is very unique, and my favorite thing is unique. So Alabama, Alaska, Arizona.
All right, moving on to Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah, cheese.
AKA home to Walmart, the most evil corporation in America.
I believe Walmart was, yeah, that's right. You're right. Walmart is Arkansas, I believe. And I've been outside, but I was there during the whole pandeezy. And if you can make these pictures full screen, would be great for folks.
Yeah,
Alabama State Capitol. Now, the Alabama State Capitol, in my opinion, I'll let you go ahead here. I mean, it has a presence to it. It really has a presence. If you didn't know any better, you might think that this was the United States Capitol. It's very large. It's humongous. It's got an amazing dome. And, I mean, it's awesome. The columns around that, the columns around that. I mean, it's just, I think this is a strong B. It's a very impressive building, and then maybe we can go ahead and show the inside. But what's your take, Gabe?
Okay, so I agree with you, Will. Again, yeah, this one doesn't do a whole lot to stand out from the others. You know, it's one of those capitals where the architect was like, hey, I want to take off the design of the Washington D.C. state capital. I mean, it's Washington, D.C. nation capital. I cannot talk. So anyway, but yeah, they clearly were inspired by that. Very similar design to that. And I haven't been to Arkansas either, but I want to go to Arkansas, obviously.
I have been to Arkansas. And they have and could you go ahead and pull this up? Put in Arkansas Masonic Temple. I did a video from there. Frank Royce is saying, and I love Frank. I've never heard him say this. He said courthouse, airports, mail, We need to see you in action, Mike, and not run away. When have you seen me run away? I mean, I have run away sometimes. I mean, sometimes when I have so many cases over my head, I can't afford to get arrested. No. Put in Little Rock. Put in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's got tremendous columns in that. And this is a point that I wanted to bring up while Gabe was speaking here, is the U.S. Capitol, all of these capitals, I mean, every single one of them, to my knowledge, has been laid Masonically in a Masonic. Yeah, take a look at this building. If you could full screen this, I mean, this building is incredible. I mean, the columns around it. I've been to Little Rock. I haven't been inside because, again, it was during the pandemic. And Roger says, yes, it looks like Washington, D.C. Indeed. I'm going to check in with Facebook and Instagram. Let's check in the comments here, too.
You know what this actually reminds me of, Will?
What's that, sir?
It reminds me of, here, let me get this up as well, except with the columns. This is the federal building in downtown South Bend, where I'm from. I'm from South Bend, Indiana, by the way. Shout out to South Bend.
Shout out to motherfucking South Bend and just share the video.
So this is, you can see kind of a similar design just with the columns, without the columns.
Wow, very interesting. And okay, so now this is interesting too. We're gonna put this up for the future. And we got my boy Bear Britain Audits in this beast. Everyone go check out Bear Britain Audits. Bear Britain Audits is literally changing the world out there in the UK. And it's having ripple effects that are changing the world outside of the UK. Everyone go over to Bear Britain Audits, Bear Britain Audits, Bear Britain Audits. Give them a comment. Let them know that the fakest of all Michael sent you. I know there's other Michaels that are out there. I want to ask a question to the chat. I want to ask a question to a chat. Have you seen a Michael faker than me? Oh, run away as a Mr. America. You know I'm never going to drink piss or run away. You know that, boy. You know that. You know that. So if you could put one more thing up on screen. Now, this ties into everything I'm saying, and I'm going to take a pee again, and I apologize. Anybody that doesn't know, I've had kidney stones like 5 times, and I pee all the time. So
just don't drink it.
Don't drink your pee. Unless you're out in America, and then you want to rape people and upgrade people and drink their pee. That's not me, right? If you could type in the mausoleum of Halicarnassus. I know that's really tough to spell.
How do I spell that?
I know. MASOLEUEM. MASOL.
Wait, hang on. Oh wait, mausoleum. I got that up. Mausoleum. Then what after that?
And then right there, Halicarnassus. Now, I'm going to show you some weird stuff, bros. Why is this important? Why am I bringing this up? Because I said all of these state houses and cornerstones have been laid Masonically. The mausoleum of Halicarnassus is something to look into. I'm not going to go too in depth because we still have a whole bunch of states. Now, if you could do me a favor, I'm going to run to the bathroom quickly, but if you could do me a favor and you could pull up the Scottish Rite Freemasonry Temple in Washington, D.C., Scottish Rite Freemasonry. And then if you can go on to the next date, and I'll be back in time to go ahead and give my impression. So go ahead, pull that up.
Got it up.
And that's what okay, so take a look at this. I mean, it's the same thing. And a lot of these buildings, now and I'm going to remind me, guys, please, in the chat, to bring up the federal courthouse in St. Louis. But what's the next state? And take a look at this. So you've got the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, you've got the Scottish Rite Freemason Temple, and you've got so just keep this in the back of your mind. And Gabe, thank you for joining. Your links are in the description. And if Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California is the next one, brother. If you want to bring that up, and then I will be right back.
When you get back, I have a couple pictures of the interior I got to show as well of the Arkansas
Please do.
one.
And while Gabe is showing those luxurious, delicious pictures of the interior, please share the video.
Okay.
Just take this opportunity to hit the like and share, and remember the Facebook links, YouTube links. Someone can post them in the chat. It'd be great. Don't forget FakeMicRealNews.com. You can find all his material there. All of the lives should be there. Go ahead, Gabe.
Okay. Thank you. While Will has stepped out, this is the interior of the state capitol building in Arkansas. As you can see, this one is pretty nice. It's not like grand or like there's nothing that stands out like Alabama or what was the other one we were talking about? Arizona. So it doesn't stand out like those two states, but it has a beautiful rotunda, and I definitely think that this is a solid B tier overall. So once Will gets back, we will be sure to rank that.
I see a lot of Masonic influence in the structures. You've got the columns.
Yeah.
I even imagine that in some of the places there'll be the checkered floors.
Yeah.
Maybe in the halls or something.
Yeah.
It's definitely, look at the arches on that and the two columns at the end. And you got
yeah. And here, let me full screen this too. So
Mellows, you bring up a great point, right? I've been studying these ancient buildings, whether they're across the United States, whether they're Freemasonry buildings, whether they're state buildings, government buildings, commercial buildings, whether they're across Europe. It doesn't make a difference. You will see the black and white checkerboard there. And you know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of.
Look at those stairs, and then right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, here, hang on. I'm trying to get a. It always wants to take me to a website. It's okay. Here we go. Here's some pictures. Look at this. This must be in the chambers right here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, this is what we were looking for right here. Yeah, look at that. Look at those stairs.
Wow.
And then you got this mural up here, which is also very nice. But again, like looking at the rotunda of the Arkansas State Capitol, again, there's nothing that stands out about it like Alabama's or Arizona. So I definitely think that this is a solid B.
You know what? I'm going to give that. Let's just show the front again, please, for the folks at home.
It's like a mini state capitol.
I'm going to give that a B too. We're in agreement on that one. What's your take on that, young Mellows?
It's like a mini state building, isn't it? I don't think it's as big as the actual state building, is it?
Probably not, but I don't know. Honestly, I do not know the
very granditure, and there's like I said earlier, there's a lot of Masonic influence in all of those buildings.
And guess what?
Every building. People that don't know, George Washington was inaugurated president in a full Masonic ceremony. Sorry, Gabe, you're awesome. I'm sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, it's okay. I have a postcode of the Arkansas one. Make sure you can see it in frame. Here it is.
So I think we're giving this sucker a hard B. What do you think?
Yeah. Did you see the postcode? Okay.
I did not. I was actually, because I'm trying to line up other guests. So I appreciate you, and that's another reason I have Mel's here. Besides, he's a legend. So we're putting that up. We're putting up as a B.
Yeah. Here's the postcode if you want to take a look. Will.
All right, hold on. Let's get a full screen on that. Wow. Okay, so it looks like the dome has changed a little bit. Is that correct, or am I mistaken in that image?
Yeah, I think so. This is a painting. It's very similar. Like if you look closely at the image, you can still see like the lines around the top of the dome, like in the postcode. So
smokes. That's okay. Cool. All right. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to multitask, and I'm not.
So this one goes under the Alabama State Capitol because the Alabama one is way better, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, we'll leave them at the B tier, and we'll figure them all out when we get there. We'll throw that sucker in the B tier.
All right. Moving on to California. This should be an interesting one.
This is one I've yet to go to. Have you been to this one, my friend?
No, I've been to the state of California. I've been to San Diego. That's my favorite city out there. Shout out to San Diego.
Me too. That's where my brother's from. Shout out to San Diego. Well, he's not from there, but he lives there. San Diego is beautiful. Oh, wow. I mean, this is in Sacramento. I mean, I like this state house. I'm going to give this state house personally a B. I'm going to give this a B. It's very well. you've never seen anything like that. I mean, inside of the State House. I mean, go back to that last picture, please.
Okay, this one.
No, the one before. I mean, take a look at that, bro. I mean, that is insane. No, the one right before that, right below.
This
Yep.
one.
No, right below that.
Wait.
No, that's the left. Yep. No, to the right of that. To the right of that.
This one.
The one inside. One more to the right. Yeah, look at that.
Okay. There we go.
Look at that. I mean, you don't see that in any other state capitals. I'm giving that a strong B. What's your take on this, my friend?
So, first comment. I know you guys were just talking about this. Look at that checkerboard flow right there.
Right there. And right at the center. Look at what's right at the center. And look what's here. Can you zoom in on that picture?
Yeah, here, let me try to make it full screen. What I hate about doing this, it always wants to take me to the website. See? Here, so now I have to do this.
That's fine, though. Even if it takes you to the website, you full screen.
There we go. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Right there.
I mean, it's gorgeous right there. So I'm giving this a strong B. What's your take on this, Gabe?
So I agree with you, Will. I think it's a B as well because this one's beautiful. I don't think it's up there with A or S yet, but look at this. Oh, look at this one. That right there is just
oh my
beautiful.
Goodness.
Yeah, I need to go to this one. I have not been to Sacramento. I have not been anywhere above Los Angeles in California, but I need to go to Sacramento. This is a beautiful one. Wow.
I definitely agree with you on that one. It's a strong B. So
one more thing I gotta show you. I found this picture. Let me see if I can find it online.
type in the governor's mansion, maybe.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Anymore, do they?
Rogier's asking where the California state capitol is. It's in Sacramento, California.
Yeah, Sacramento. You can't see it because Wikipedia is stupid and the image is tiny, but above here it says Governor Schwarzenegger on it.
No way. Oh my God. That's disgusting. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, and look, they have the freaking officer standing outside of it.
Make sure you can't get into the people's elevator. I mean, that's what we're paying these people to do. All right, enough of that. California, Colorado. Now, I've been to the Colorado State Capitol. Okay. Again, that one was during the know what.
Oh, by the way, here, we'll just put in B for now. Colorado. Let's get Colorado up, okay?
Yeah, I've been to Colorado. I am against the press there. There was a protest there. I wasn't able to go inside because it was during the you know what. But I did a video. And could you actually please do me a favor before you type that in? Let's take a look at that. The third picture over, the second and third pictures over. Let's take a look at those.
Okay, these two.
Gorgeous. Look at the second picture, as well.
Oh my God!
Now,
yeah. Wow.
Now I want you to look up something different real quick. Type in Colorado State Seal.
Okay. Colorado State Seal, I've seen it before. It's unique because it's like isn't it? Oh no, wait, no, I was thinking of the flag. The flag has the C on it.
We're gonna do this on flags and fields. Now take a look at that. You have an all-seeing eye with the sun's solar radiance expounding upon that. Everybody F in the chat for Jordan Maxwell. Everybody F in the chat for Jordan Maxwell and Harambe. Everybody F in the chat for Jordan Maxwell and Harambe. And then below that, you have the symbol of fascism. So the state of Colorado, which is in a constitutional republic, has the all-seeing eye and then has a symbol of fascism underneath it. However, the state capitol is pretty dope. However, I've not been inside. Maybe we can take a look in the inside. On the outside, I mean, the way the dome is, and it's just humongous. I'm giving this at least a strong B, maybe an A. Right off rip, what's your take on this, my friend?
I'm going to be honest.
Please be honest.
Yeah, I think this is top tier. I think this is an S because the gold dome and like the golden interior, anything with gold, like in my opinion, is an automatic S almost. Like this you can't get any higher than this. Like look at that. That's like the rich golden colors. Even the freaking railing is gold. Look at that.
Do we have any pictures of the interior side of the dome? Can we look at that? Because that could change my mind. Now, that's not the most magnificent dome. I'm going to give this an A. I'm going to give this an A.
Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. And okay, that's not the most magnificent rotunda inside the dome, but it's still pretty neat.
So do you give it an A or an S? I give this one an A. This is an A, but not an S for me.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do A. But I'm gonna go ahead and rank it for now above Arizona's.
Yeah, I agree with you on that assessment right there. It's definitely above
All right.
Arizona.
Next up is Connecticut, and oh wait, hang on. Before I move on, I gotta get the thing out.
That's
Uh,
what she said.
oh, okay. No. Here is my postcard. There's the Colorado State Capitol.
Hold on, let's put this full screen. Yep. All right, now the next ones we're going to do here, we're going to kind of do rapid fire because we've already spent an hour only on Connecticut, so we're going to do these rapid fire. The next one here. So,
okay, yeah, let's do the
Connecticut. I personally give Connecticut I give it a B.
what?
Yeah, I know. Connecticut is arguably the most beautiful state capital after Iowa in certain regards, but I give it. I know a lot of people like it, but I give it. I take it back. I give it an A. It's an A tier. It's an A tier. It looks like a lot of the Canadian capitals. Maybe if we have time, we'll get into that. What's your take on Connecticut?
I'm going to be honest. I haven't been to this one yet, but this Connecticut is. Again, we got to get up the interior. This is like the most beautiful building I've ever seen. Like, look at this interior.
Go back. Go. See this? The third row down on the left. The third row down on the left. I mean, yeah, that one right there. I mean, incredible, masterful, artisanship. I mean, really. I mean, that is just incredible. Mellows. What do you think? What do you think of when you see something like that? As opposed to going to the Alaska state capitol where it's just a box and they probably tell you to take a number.
Wouldn't that look like the Liberty? That isn't it? Isn't that the Liberty?
It does look like Lady Liberty right there. So are you? My question to Gabe here is: are you giving this an S or an A? I'm going to give this an A because I think it's dope, but I don't think it's an S. I think it's an A.
Honestly, this has always been a favorite of mine. I think it's S.
We'll throw it in the S then, because it is amongst other people in the upper echelon. So for sure, let's give it an S. It is definitely higher tier, and I never knew that there was an S tier. So this is cool. Gabe is part of the young kids out of school in me here, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. By the way, Connecticut. Shame there's so much beauty, but this is one of the most corrupt states in the U.S.
Absolutely, unfortunately. I mean, they all are, but Connecticut's bad. Delaware.
I guess you've seen Long Island Audit's videos in Connecticut, all of his videos.
I have not, but I've definitely audited Delaware myself. And if you could pull up a larger image of Delaware, I'm going to give Delaware like a D or an F, like the second lowest. It's just lame.
Yeah, I don't think this is as bad as Alaska's, because this is definitely like Delaware was the full state. This definitely has a lot of like old timey influence. So I think it's a lower tier, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like C.
Okay, so all right. So you give it a C, I give it a D. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's throw it on C, and then we'll figure out what happens afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, just like because I do agree, it's definitely a low tier one. Next is Florida.
You're right, though. It's definitely not as bad as Alaska. It's definitely on the same tier as Alaska.
Yeah.
Now,
and get ready, Florida's is an absolute cluster. You know what?
Yeah, Florida is one of the worst. Now, the original state capital is actually quite gorgeous. Their new state capital,
is.
I'm putting as an F. That's their old one. Now, the one you see over there to the left is their old one. Why don't you show them the new one? I give their new one like the absolute lowest rating you can possibly give. So whatever that is, F, I'm giving it that.
Okay, this is my opinion on this. So I'm going to rank them together. So if it was just this original pouch, just pretend this. Click on it. Just pretend this little tower in the back is not sticking out. This part right here in the front, beautiful. So if it was just this part, I would say an A or B. But since this crap is in the back, it's a D.
Definitely agree with you, bro. I throw that as an F because this is so super trash. But throw it where you want. We'll figure that one out later. But yeah, Florida is definitely one of the lower tier for me. It's incredibly disgusting.
Yes, it is. Next one, Georgia, and oh my gosh, this one is amazing. So, have you ever heard of Notre Dame up here in South Bend, Notre Dame?
Oh yeah, everyone's heard of Notre Dame, bro. That's one of the most
Yeah.
prestigious
So,
universities.
let me show you something cool about this. Is the Notre Dame main building? It's very similar to the Georgia State Capitol. If you compare the two, look at that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, I never knew that. Huh. Interesting. I wonder who the architects were on that one. That's remarkable.
Uh, Good question. I don't know, but I love Georgia. It's a beautiful state. I've been there few different times. Haven't been to this capital yet, but I need to go. Again, beautiful Golden Dome. I'm gonna be honest, so I don't like it as much as Connecticut's. Uh, and look at this. It almost looks like they have their own little like flag avenue, just like Alabama's, which I never noticed before.
Yeah, I've been there like at least 3 times. I've never seen that. I will give Atlanta a B. I'll give the Georgia State Capitol Atlanta a B. Part of that probably would be rated higher. However, I've had some tremendously negative experiences there, so I'm guessing that's probably
Oh yeah,
affecting it
I
higher.
saw the videos. That was when you were with Audit in America, and the officers were like very unprofessional.
Yeah, the Audit actually covered that video. They were absolutely ridiculous there and breaking the law. It was ridiculous. But yeah,
I think
I'll give it a B. What's your take on this? I'm
so.
guessing you
Yeah,
give
I
it A.
agree. That was pretty bad. I'm gonna. So I'm not gonna put it in S. I'm gonna put it in A. I think just because I've always liked this one because the Golden Dome. Not only that, but I like the similarities due to the Notre Dame main building.
Yeah, and Notre Dame is a beautiful campus. Maybe one day we're gonna do a video on that. And if you guys like this too, we're gonna be doing some
Oh yeah,
geography
and by
streams.
the way, that's another story for later. That's a good example of when I was filming elevators. I filmed a bunch of elevators on campus. Got security called me at least 5 times.
Ridiculous. Why? Just because you're taking pictures?
Yeah, just because I overheard them. Like a conversation. Like there was this one secretary. She was like, he's just filming the elevator down there, and I overheard another lady. She's like, oh, okay, I was gonna hit the panic button without knowing what was going on.
I'm gonna hit the panic button. This guy doesn't have a weapon, but he's got a cell phone, and that is dangerous. Uh, so all right, what state are we on now, my G?
Next one, get ready. You thought that Alaska's was bad. This one's even worse. Hawaii's. Look at this.
Hawaii is literally the worst state capital. Absolutely.
This one is pathetic. Like, what is this? I don't even know what you call this.
This is the worst state capital out there. I mean, they got the round ball, which is kind of cool, I guess, at the bottom. That's the only redeeming aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
in my opinion, there's only one cool thing about this building, and this is something that's in all of Hawaii's buildings. The whole building is just open, so you could just like walk right in. It's really cool. But besides that, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, let's throw this sucker right in the F tier, right?
Yeah,
here.
yeah. There's nothing else to say. It's an F, first F. All right, what's next? Idaho, or as I like to call it, Idaho.
Funny thing is, Idaho is actually just a made up word. It's literally a made up word. It's a made up word. Let me just double check from the Google because I forget things easily. But Idaho meaning. Yep, it's just a made up name. Idaho is literally a made up name. Now,
I'll just start with my opinion, Will.
Yeah, go to the third one in. Click the third one in.
This one?
The first row. Yeah, and go ahead with your opinion, sir.
Okay, so in my opinion, this one is a lot like Arkansas. It's clearly very similar to the nation's capital in DC. So clearly, there's nothing like really standing out. They just used the basic design that all capitals were using at the time. So I would say B, in my opinion, a solid B again for Idaho. But again, here's the inside. Beautiful columns, a
Wow.
lot of
Look at that marble, bro. That's sexy.
yeah. And this, look at that, look at that.
You know, I'm gonna give this. Had I not looked at the interior of this one, I would have given this a B. But I'm going to give this a strong A right here. I mean, this is beautiful, bro.
A.
Beautiful. So we can give it an A or a B, whatever, because between both of us.
We'll keep it at B for right now. Again, we can always change that.
Now you know we come to our favorite. Well, one of our favorites here. This is Iowa.
Oh no, we got Illinois next.
Ooh, I've never been to Illinois. That you're right. I've never been.
I believe it or not, I live right next door to Illinois, but I haven't been there either. I needed to go though, and this one, oh my gosh, I drove past it before. I've never been inside, but it is beautiful. This was clearly very Lincoln inspired because Springfield is Lincoln's boyhood home. I think that's the correct phrase.
You're right.
Yeah, so there's Lincoln statue right there. They also got like a lot of other like Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln stuff in Springfield. Definitely a cool city to check out.
Dome. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly the picture I was going to tell you to look at. I mean, that is sexy.
Yeah, and you know what the neat thing is about Illinois? Believe it or not, they actually have two state capitol buildings. This is the old one, and they weren't built. I don't believe they were built too far apart from each other. Literally, due to the growth of Chicago, Illinois was growing so much that they had to expand on the state capitol, so they built this one.
Pardon me. Yeah, and that capital is actually far outside Chicago. It's one of the cities that most people don't go to. Hey Siri, what's the capital of Illinois?
Springfield.
That's right. You just said it too. Bear with me. I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this a B.
A B. I think looking at the beauty of it, honestly, Will, in that dome, I think it's an A. Like you got this fountain out front as well.
Did not notice the fountain. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna upgrade that to an A. You're right.
All right, let's do it. Put it in the A. Moving right along. Oh, here we go. My home state, Indiana. Here we go. This is my home state, y'all. Indiana.
Shout out to Indiana. Shout out to CPR Artist, my boy. Indiana. This is one that I've audited. This is one I've been to. It's a really cool building. This one here. What's your take on this one? And again, I have to take a pee, but throw this wherever you want, and I'll be back to Iowa. And if I'm not back in time for Iowa, which I will be, I was S tier.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Indiana. I was born and raised in Indiana, South Bend, capital Indianapolis, about a 3-hour drive from South Bend. This one, now, I'm going to be honest, while it's definitely a beautiful building, like Will says, like you can see right here, they got some beautiful stained glass up here. Just look at this Art Deco and the columns right here. But at the same time, like honestly, I don't think there's nothing like really standing out about the building. I do like the like tealish, greenish colored dome. That's pretty unique. But besides that, I'm gonna say it's a B, just because like there's nothing like really like standing out about it, like Illinois or Georgia or Connecticut that puts it in that A or S. But it's definitely a beautiful building. Don't get me wrong. Like look at this picture right here. This is a wedding venue right here. So beautiful.
It's very grand.
Do you have any opinions on the Indiana State Capitol from these pictures?
Yeah, it's very grandiose. It's got a lot of are they stained glass windows, or is it just the lighting?
Yeah.
'Cause
So
it's got that golden aura around it, isn't it? From the inside.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And also, fun fact. So Indiana is one of the few states that actually, um, as the state grew into its current, population, like it grew from the south, um, heading upwards to the north. So its full state capital was actually in Croydon, Indiana, which is down on the Kentucky state line. And this is the original Indiana state capital right here, which it looks like a shack. It literally just looks like a shack.
All right, what the hell are we looking at, kids?
So okay, so I was letting everyone know. So Indiana, fun fact about Indiana, it's one of the few states where it actually population as the cities were developing, it was developing from the south to the north. So back in the day, Indianapolis wasn't a city, so the original capital was Croydon, Indiana. So this is the original Capitol building, and it literally looks like a shack.
It does. And this is something that we're going to go over in the future. We're going to go over previous state capitals. Some of the previous state capitals actually look finer than the modern state capitals.
Exactly.
If you're joining, time for a little housekeeping. We're joined by the impeccable legend Mellows, and we're joined by Mellows too. We got two Mellows here, which is cool because I cloned him because he's been so effective at destroying the New World Order. When we hung out one time, I took a little prick of his hair and I cloned him, and so we have a boy Mellows here too. And then we also have Gabe Wise. Gabe is a friend of mine. Gabe also told me, Will, don't ever say that I said that you're my friend on video, but I don't care. I'm drunk in love right now. Just kidding.
No, I never said that. Will is a friend of mine.
Yeah, me and Gabe are friends, man. We're old new friends, and Gabe is joining us. We're ranking all the state capitals, and in about 25 minutes, we're going to be joined by a panel of people, and then we got some person saying Trump 2024, like he doesn't support all the people that traffic kids. I mean, I don't know. Stephen, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But Friday's a fun day. All right, so
Yeah.
we did Indiana. Now we're on to what's next.
Iowa. Okay, S. It's just S. Iowa's S.
Iowa's S, and the reason I'm going to give Iowa an S is because it's the only. And let's just, if you could put a big picture of that sucker up there.
Look at this. This is the best picture right here. Like the lighting and everything in this picture right here. Look at that.
Iowa is the only 5-dome capital in the United States. So that automatically puts it up on the S tier. To me, I've been to Iowa, and quick little fact about the Iowa state capital. Now, I've done ID refusals, many ID refusals back in the day. I've done mask refusals. I've done ID refusals while I've done mask refusals. But in the history of the world, there's never ever been a snapback refusal except at the Iowa State Capitol. So big shouts to Iowa State Capitol, S tier for me.
Yeah. And this golden dome right away gives it an S tier. I mean, just look at it. The golden dome is beautiful.
And you know what they say, Gabe, too? If we can move on to the next one, let's just throw that sucker up on the S tier.
Yeah, I already got it up there.
Thanks. And you know what's really interesting is I hear on some of these gold domes that it's actually cheaper to keep it gold than painted gold, which I find astounding. I don't think that's. I mean, I'm no Alfred Einstein. I'm no rocket surgeon, but I don't know. Kansas State Capitol.
Yeah,
I've been to
Kansas. I haven't been to this one. Will has. This one is beautiful. I think just look at the inside. I think it's at least a solid A. Will's been to this one. So if you want to give your thoughts, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give a brief thought. This was the first state capitol that I'm going to give this a B. You can throw that on the tier list wherever you want. But this is the first state capitol I realized when I ask officers, what's your name and badge number? They have to say the name and badge number. And this is the first time I realized, hey, why don't I just pretend I'm The Rock? And in this Kansas State Capitol, I was there. And back when I was still friends with the pee drinking, woman abusing, auditing America, I didn't know any better back then. I literally take everyone at face value. And even if you've done something wrong, that doesn't mean that you're beyond redemption. But I said, all right, I got a new idea. I'm going to ask these cops, what's their name and badge number? And when they say something, you're going to pan to me. So I did it like a wrestling thing. I said that I would talk to them and I'd be like, what's your name and badge number? And I'd be like, it doesn't matter what's your name and badge number. The Rock says this. And Enrique would pan to me. The Rock says this Monday night, Chris Jericho, da-da-da. And I would start talking to him. Okay.
Oh, so one other note about the Kansas one. They actually painted the dome on this one. So this is what it looks like currently. It used to look like this. It had like a teal bluish dome like Indiana's.
Yeah, I do like the black better. I think it looks pretty fresh. But yeah, Kansas, I would give it a B. I give Kansas a B. You said an A, right? So
yeah, because Kansas is beautiful. Kansas, a lot of people hate on Kansas. I think it's a beautiful state. In my opinion.
No offense to anybody that lives in Kansas, but Kansas is the worst state. It's literally a cornfield. And the cool part about Kansas is Kansas City, and the cool part of Kansas City is in Missouri.
Exactly.
I mean, they're two separate cities, but Kansas is probably the worst state.
We definitely ain't in Kansas.
We're not in Kansas.
Next is Kentucky. Kentucky is, again, beautiful. This is Frankfurt right here. I have not been to Kentucky, believe it or not. You know why? Because they have this crap on the state capitol currently. Look at that. Look at that.
I wonder how much money they're spending on that.
Yeah. The scaffolding, like, scaffolding should be just outlawed. It ruins any structure because it just makes it look hideous. Like
they're obviously restoring it, I imagine, right?
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't take too long because I want to get a picture of the Capitol without the scaffolding on the dome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kansas. Let's go back to the pictures of the building without the scaffolding on it. So this is what the dome looks like without the scaffolding, and beautiful building. I love this field in front of the Capitol. The grounds are probably the most beautiful part of this one, and the inside. I mean, just look at it's gorgeous. Kentucky has a very beautiful state capitol. Here are some columns again. Very nice columns. You got the mirrors up there. Very, very, very pretty building, and in my opinion, I think I would say it's a B. Excuse me. You have any thoughts?
Yeah, I again, just to look at that picture the big picture you got there with the stairway and the columns. There's a lot of Masonic influence there for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
This reminds me of one of those pictures of those tracing boards from the Masonic lodges.
Yeah. But this Kentucky, Kentucky is a pretty state as well. I've driven through it. They have a lot of mountains. You got your KFCs. You got everything in Kentucky. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one in B. There.
And the lighting as well is so perfect. It's amazing how the orientation of the building, the lighting, they've taken into account the time of day, when the light will shine, what it will shine on, how it will illuminate the room. They put a lot of thought into it. I mean, this is craftsmanship on another level.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a probably one of my favorite capitals in the like, I don't know if you would call Kentucky a southern state or a Midwestern state. It's kind of like in that fine line, like in between the South and the Midwest. But
I wonder if you mapped out all of these buildings, what kind of and you look back, when you draw, when you connect the dots and you draw out the lines. I wonder if they do show another story, a hidden story, if you like, a story that we're meant to see.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
I just missed that. Thanks, guys. If you're just joining, share the video, like, share, and subscribe. Again, we've got Gabe Wise here. His links are in the description. He is somebody that's an auditor. He's somebody that's a YouTuber and Instagrammer. And he's got his links in the description. He's got his email. He wants to reach out to people. Oh, why don't you just say it, Gabe, and then we'll go to the next thing.
Okay. Yeah. If anyone out there, who is autistic, has a disability, needs someone to talk to, needs just advice, is going through some stuff, I'm always here for you. Because basically I went through a lot of crap as well, and I'm basically here to make sure that anyone with autism, that they don't go through the same stuff I've had to go through in my life.
Yeah, and Gabe, I know Gabe's telling the truth, because I had a problem the other day. I said, "Hey, Gabe, can you help me out?" And he said, "You're not autistic, loser. Get away from me." And I said,
I did not say that.
I'm just kidding. These are jokes. Okay, so we're on the Kentucky State Capitol. I have yet to be to Kentucky. Shout out to Angel. I love Angel. She's such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Take a look at these columns here. Those columns are pretty damn sexy, if you ask me. That bumps it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a it's like a BC to me. What's your take?
I put it in the B already.
All right, good. That's a B. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say B.
And look at this right here. Beautiful. I think this probably has the best Capitol lawn out of any state capitol, in my opinion.
That is a pretty gorgeous Capitol lawn. In Colorado, the Capitol lawn is they tell people to get off of it. Get off my lawn in Colorado. So it's definitely not as beautiful. All right, what's the next Capitol?
Okay, next one. Oh, get ready here. This one we can move fast on, because I already know I don't have a ranking for this one. Louisiana. This one is one of the few that took the tower approach. This one is terrible. I think it's a D.
Yeah, I'd be willing to. Yeah, I would say a D.
Got that Empire State Building feel to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, if we were ranking old ones, this is the original Louisiana Capitol. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Hold on, that is incredibly gorgeous.
That's a castle. Look at that. Look at the floor.
Oh my god. That's incredibly gorgeous. Yeah. So let's give the new one whatever rating you said, because I agree with that one.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. The old one was by orders of magnitude better. Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Maine. You've been to Maine, obviously.
Yes, Augusta, Maine. Yes, I give Maine. Maine's got a huge dome. Maine's got a huge dome on it. I'm gonna give it a C. It's not exceptional. It's got a huge dome. The dome is dope, but I'm gonna give it a C.
Yeah. By the way, I was talking about this when you had to step out for a minute. I hate scaffolding because it ruins the entire building.
Agreed. Totally agreed. The scaffolding makes it look ridiculous, and don't get me started down that rabbit hole.
But yeah, this is a beautiful one. Is it currently? I haven't been to Maine. Does it currently have the tealish dome, or does it have the one in this picture, the brownish one?
If I recall correctly, it's more of the tealish.
Okay. Yeah.
I could be wrong. Okay, so what do we got next? Maine and then Maryland. Yeah. Maryland.
So I
right?
think Maine is B in my opinion.
I'll give Maine a B too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Maryland. Maryland's a beautiful state. However, if I recall, just like Georgia, I think you had a bad experience at this capital as well.
Well, they didn't even let us get in, which is a real disappointing because Maryland is a rather historic state capital. There's a lot of historic events that occurred there, and I was unable to get in because they require ID to get in, which is ridiculous. However, Annapolis, the city of Annapolis itself, is so beautiful that it adds a couple extra points. So, although the state capital itself is not the dopest, keep in mind that it's one of the oldest continually used state capitals. I'm
Yeah,
going to give this a B here. I'm going to give this a
yeah.
B. Maybe it's not
I
as
would agree
beautiful.
with you on a B, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Probably a low B, but it's still
Yeah,
a B.
totally agree. And the thing is, this is one of the older ones, so that's to be expected. But yeah, I definitely give that one a B.
Also, one more thing before we move on. This is also about Maryland. In my opinion, Maryland has my favorite state flag because it's so colorful.
Yeah, so Maryland and people, I was born in Rhode Island and I was raised in Maryland. If people don't, anybody from Maryland, if you're from Maryland, you love the flag. Maryland, people from Maryland, they love the flag and they love crab cakes. That's like that's like our joint right there. So yeah, shout out to Maryland. That's where I was raised. Um, I honestly hate the flag, but I also love Maryland. I love the Baltimore Orioles. So shout out to Maryland and a pretty decent state capital,
Yeah,
considering its history. If anybody ever gets a chance to visit Annapolis, I suggest that you do. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous city right on the water.
this
Maryland.
is why I've always loved the flag. This is Southwest right here. They have a plain paint.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing, bro. Like I didn't know they had a plane that was in Maryland. Like that's so funny because people from Maryland, yo, they love Maryland. That's the thing. And shout outs to please say your channel right now. I have you on loudspeakers on my bus. Miranda Raw News. Shout out Miranda. Forget fake Mike Real News, who's me. But shout out to Miranda Raw News. Miranda Raw News. Everyone go subscribe right now to Miranda Raw News. She is such a half of her is such a delicate, loving flower, and the other half is such a badass, kick-ass, Mad Max, kick down the door and take names. Everyone go subscribe to Miranda Raw News. That is Miranda Raw News. She is amazing. Shout out to Houston and that vegan restaurant in Houston I never went to. I know some people are gonna like that.
You
But
know
yeah,
who we need to get up in here?
who's that?
We need to get DMA on the stream.
DMA actually joins us every Friday. This Friday, he is a little bit busy. He has some prior engagements, but DMA will be joining us again next Friday. And Gabe, you are more than welcome to join us as always because you are an official member of the Fake Mike Real News crew, and you're the man. So yeah, definitely. And Miranda Raw News, anything you need from me, you got it. Anything you want, you got it, baby. I forget that song. All right, what are we looking at here? The
Massachusetts. This one I've been to actually, and this one is beautiful.
I agree with you there. I want to give this one. I'm going to give this one a B. I've been to there. I love the gold dome. It's right across from the Boston Common, which is a beautiful, beautiful park. I used to live in Boston myself too. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I give that one a strong B. The dome there is sexy as hell. That's my take on that, on Massachusetts.
In my opinion, this one is an A because, especially in the rotunda, there's a lot of detail. Fun fact: so, if you look up here, that's not a good shot. But on the dome in the interior up here, that's actually these little symbols up here. That's a representative for each state symbol of the 13 original colonies.
Whoa, that's boss, yo! I did not know that, and I've been there a bunch of times. That's sick.
So that's what put it. It's little details like that. Like, look at this. This is the main rotunda. Little details. Oh, here's a better picture. So yeah, those are all of the 13 original colony symbols up there. It's stuff like that that puts it in the A for me.
All right, let's throw that sucker up in the A. I can't disagree with you. It's a beautiful one. I might have a little bias towards that one just because it's so close to me. It's like my, Rhode Island's obviously my hometown one, but that one's a close second. And yeah, for sure, that one's pretty dope. Let's give
And
that.
next one, this is my second home state behind Indiana, Michigan.
where my favorite member of Congress is from. Shout outs to Justin Amass, the only good member of Congress right now. Michigan. This is one that I've yet to go to. Geez, it's quite an imposing looking building here.
Oh, look, that's a beautiful picture right there.
Wow, look at that beard and the guy and the cops with the mask. Oh my goodness gracious. It's big. I haven't been
the guy
to
that
one.
groped you when you went there last.
He does look like the cop that groped me in the pee-pee. He really wanted my pee-pee. I don't know why. I mean, I get it. I'm the world's foremost fashion expert, and I'm cute. I get it, but I mean, grabbing it. I mean, at least buy me a drink first, right? I'm gonna give this one a C.
Grab first, ask questions.
You know what I was thinking of? I forgot what video it was. There was a video you were doing at the Rhode Island State House, and there was that creepy government guy who was like, "Did you buy that from Macy's or whatever?"
Oh my goodness, yeah. This let's not even talk about this guy. We're gonna that guy. Oh my god. This. I mean, I can't even. I literally, if I was to say what this guy believes, I would be off YouTube. I'm gonna give this one a C. A C. I mean, the dome is not that big. It's okay. It's a C. I give that one a C. What's your take on that one?
Yeah. So this is obviously the first state capitol I've been to. It definitely sparked an interest when I first went there in third grade. We took the tour of it back in school. Let me show you the picture of the interior. The interior is even more beautiful. Look at that. So if you look at the dome, this is one of the coolest interior domes. It actually has the stars at the top of it.
That's gorgeous. I've never seen one with the things on the outside of the circle there. It's dope as hell, bro.
Yeah, and another neat thing about the Michigan state capitol, if you look at the floor right here, so the floor used to freak me out as a kid. This floor right here was all glass. If you look through your, this is on like the third floor. You can see below your feet.
Wow, I've never seen this capitol like that. So when I say a C, I'm gonna bump it up to B just on that fact.
Yeah, this is a pretty nice one. I need to go back and get some pictures of it because it was a long time since I've been there, but definitely a beautiful one in Michigan. And one more question. So do you know Brad Paquette? He's a House of Representative member in Michigan.
I do not.
Okay, because he was a teacher of mine.
Really?
And he's now, and he went all the way up to House of Representatives, and he was my teacher back in 9th grade.
What's your take on him? Good teacher, bad teacher?
So I used to like him, but honestly, as he's putting more of his views out there on Facebook, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, unfortunately, adults, they think they have it figured out, but they...
And like that guy we were just talking about, the creepy guy from Macy's. So unfortunately, I can't talk about some of the stuff he posted because I don't want to get you taken down.
I appreciate that, dude. I really appreciate that. Yeah, because we're living in a wild, wacky world, man. And cheese and crackers. And just reporting the facts nowadays. Reporting the facts gets you in trouble. Minnesota Capitol is a big one. This is another one that looks almost like a U.S. state capitol. And it's got a huge dome. I'm gonna give this one an A. It's like an A B to me. I mean, it's just like so huge. The dome is so nice. I've never been to this one, but it's dope as hell. It looks super cool.
So, believe it or not, Will, this was my most recent state capitol to visit. This one is beautiful, and this just shows how passionate I am about this project. I went to Minnesota in a freaking snowstorm.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anytime if you go outside July in Minnesota, it's going to be a snowstorm. Oh my goodness. Shout out to the people out in Minnesota. I mean, and take a look at that gorgeous dome. Just beautiful. I mean, and that's one thing that we'll notice here, right? Is you take a look at Florida, you take a look at what was it? No, not Alabama. What are the other ones in like the terrible tower style?
Oh, Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah. I mean, like, are you drawing any inspiration from that? No, it's just like a square brick. It's or a rectangular brick. It's just or cement. It's concrete. It's just terrible. I mean, take a look at that compared to this. I mean, take a look at the interior of that thing. That looks like something out of the Legend of Zelda, bro. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, and look at I love the star on the bottom. There has to be like a Minnesota like star, like something influenced about that's beautiful too.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Minnesota an A tier just for that interior right there. I mean, that
Yeah,
interior
and
actually is better than the exterior.
yeah, and the exterior. One more thing that's cool. They have this really neat statue up here. It's called Progress of the State. Look at this. This is a neat statue, like below the dome.
Yeah, if they were to have a true statue of progress of the state, it would be politicians putting out cigars on prostitutes and trafficking killed children and drone striking innocent people in other countries. But yeah, that's actually far more beautiful. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Minnesota. It's very that the Minnesota is very near an A tier to me. That S tier. That's a very good.
Yeah, Minnesota's is great. I've been there, got some good pictures. I'll send you some more pictures when we're done with the stream.
Please do. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is crazy. Yeah, I didn't realize how gorgeous Minnesota State Capitol was until
Next
just now.
is Mississippi. This one I like a lot too. This one again, it's kind of basic, like Arkansas and Idaho, but this one is beautiful. Like something that's unique about this one compared to those two. So you can see it has these circular edges at the end because I believe those are where the chamber offices are. So that I think is a really neat perk about this one. And I also love. I'm trying to find a good picture. There's an eagle, if you look closely, standing on top of the dome, which is really cool as well.
I'm gonna give this one an A tier just because I've never seen a state capitol with the shit on the sides like that and the columns. I mean, that's super cool, bro. I didn't even notice that
And the
before.
dome, the interior of the dome, this is one of the coolest. Look at that.
Yeah, that's super unique, super cool. This is getting an A tier for me right here. This is cool. Not yet S tier, but that's a super cool state capitol right there. I love that one.
Next one is Missouri. So you were close to going to Missouri's, but you never made it.
I did not make it to Missouri State Capitol. Was it Springfield out there? Is it Springfield the state capitol?
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City, that's right.
Yeah. So this one I've actually been to, and believe it or not, this one, um, it may be just a bias on this one. It may not be this good, but I think it's S, and this is why because it's surrounded by a lot of beautiful lakes in Jefferson, Missouri,
Mm.
right there, and then it's just oh my gosh, like that's the exterior. I know it doesn't look that exciting, but in the interior, like this has some of the most beautiful like look at that artwork. Like you don't see artwork like that in any other state capital.
Yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. And let's take a second here. We're gonna say hi to my friend Raquel. Raquel, welcome to the stream. So
Hi.
we're doing a
Hey,
super
Raquel.
long stream. We're finishing up right, and no other YouTube channel is gonna do anything like this, where we go from a geography stream to a dating stream. So yeah, we're gonna stay tuned for that. But Raquel, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
if you
These
want
damn glasses.
you like my glasses?
No, I keep getting a glare on my glasses, but I do love your glasses.
Oh, okay. I'm just taking compliments. That's why. Okay, there you go. Can you see? Can you hear everything great?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Do you want to give me any other compliments? Okay, just kidding. But in all seriousness, okay. So Raquel, welcome to the panel. Meet my good friend Mellows. He's in two screens right here. Mellows is one of my best friends
Hi,
in the whole
guys.
world.
Hiya.
And then we've got Gabe. Gabe is a warrior. He's been inspired by my last guest last Friday, who wrote a book about kicking Asperger's and dealing with life on the spectrum. And Gabe and me, we're finishing off we're ranking the 50 architecturally the 50 state capitals. We're finishing that up, and then some of our other panelists are going to join us for our dating stream. So feel free to join along and give us your take on on the architecture that we're gonna see over here.
All right.
So what's the next state that we got, Gabe? And then Raquel, why don't you tell people? Okay, Raquel's gone. She left. That's
No,
what
I'm
happened.
coming right back.
So yeah,
You see me still? I had to turn that light off.
No,
God, it got no better.
you're good. You're good. You look great, Raquel. All right, so
It's
continue
the
there.
damn glasses.
Raquel, you look amazing. Tell people a little bit about yourself. Tell people a random fact about you.
Okay, Raquel, 33 from Rhode Island. I am a founder of the first up-and-coming BIPOC co-op dispensary in the nation. So we are we're making changes in this country little by slow. We fight for like those that have had marijuana charges and now it's legal. It's like it's totally crazy. So I'm a huge advocate. I like to protest. I like to give testimony. I like to, use the voice for those that can't. So.
Yeah, Raquel, for anybody that doesn't know, she's been somebody that's been an activist for quite a long time. She's been on the front lines doing things, letting her voice be heard, and also speaking out on behalf of others who cannot have their voice heard. And yeah, you're absolutely right when you talk about that, Raquel. It's so funny because how many thousands of people are in jail right now across the United States
disgusting.
While the government sells weed at the same time.
All right.
Crazy. Gabe, do you ever smoke weed?
No, I do not. But like I told you, I know someone who does.
All right. Well, Gabe, anybody that gives you weed, send it over to me. And Supplanter is saying, wait, people are actually from Rhode Island. Unfortunately, yes. Raquel and myself were actually from Rhode Island. Who knows? I'm going to try to escape very soon. Maybe I'll take Raquel in my suitcase and we can, because Rhode Island is a beautiful, beautiful place to visit. You definitely do not want to live.
Just visit.
Yeah, just visit. You do not want to live here at all. I mean, maybe Raquel could talk about that, but I mean,
this place is so whack. It's like we have mafia that runs the state. If I'm like 100% honest, so like our governor Dan McKee, he's like in the like mafia's pocket pretty much. Like everything is just a gimmick here.
No, take over for a sec.
Sorry.
No, keep going, Raquel.
Oh, okay. It's a pathetic state, honestly. We got young kids. Oh, look at you. You're still been there. Yeah, that's it. Just take that and don't bring anything else. Seriously, I mean, I'm sure it's like that everywhere, like where the kids are like committing murder and crap, but it's just it's really fake here. Right?
She's everything that Raquel said is absolutely true. Gabe, please.
I went to Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and Pawtucket is pretty rough.
Yeah, it is. It's really messed up. Actually, they are trying to the last green space there is in Pawtucket. They want to take down and use it as a parking lot. Like they don't give a shit about Pawtucket.
Wow.
We have a great legislator out there, Cherie Cruz, the representative, but people ain't really putting in work. So
yeah. When I went to Pawtucket, the only cool thing I saw, their city hall has this like really neat tower that's like really tall for some reason.
I gotta take these off. A towel?
Oh no, tower. TOWER.
Tower. I apologize.
Oh no, everyone says I have an accent, and I do. Yes.
A little bit. Yes, you do.
Sound like the Terminator.
Terminator.
I'll be back.
How do you not get the glare in your glasses?
Put the light behind you.
Put the light behind me. Oh, okay. Let me try that. Well, I can't really because the freaking. All right, let me see. Oh my god. Nope, never mind. I unplugged something, so I'm just gonna leave it alone.
You look fine.
Yeah, a little blind, but all right.
All right, if you guys are just joining, share the video. Yeah, go ahead and write that down. Sorry, guys, I'm at work here too. Got multitasking, so that's the beautiful thing about all of this. And one of the topics I wanted to bring up, if you're just joining, obviously share, like, and subscribe to the video. That's how we reach other people in the algorithm. That's how we make new friends. I'm going to check to see if anybody else has been joining the panel here. I want to thank everybody from joining in the chat and as well in the panel. Okay, so what did I miss here, kids? What did I miss?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
All right, Gabe. So, okay, how many more state capitals do we got left here? And then we'll go on to the dating thing. And Leslie here, I want to address the comments too. Leslie says, "Gotta run. Good running into you, Miranda. Huzzas for staunch constitutional originalists. I'm not a constitutional originalist. I am a voluntarist. I do not believe that anything can be done correctly with the use of violence or force. I'm not a constitutionalist. I'm a voluntarist. So I'll just say that. But shout out to you, Leslie. Thank you for joining. And yeah, how many more state capitals do we got there, Gabe? And
We got like 14, I think. So we can go. Let's try to go rapid fire here.
Rapid fire right now. We're gonna destroy these capitals.
Okay. So yeah. So Missouri, by the way, I gave an S just because look at this. That's beautiful. Enough said.
Fair enough. Okay, I will concur with you on that one.
Okay. Montana coming up next. So Montana, honestly, not a big fan of this one. Nothing that stands up. However, I will say the interior is nice because I've never seen anything else like it with these colors. So I'll honestly give this one a B. What do you think?
I think they ruined it with that graffiti on the lawn.
Oh yeah. It's definitely I'm in between a B or a C. Do you think it should be a B or a C? Because I'm not a fan of the exterior, but the interior is really nice in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really nice in there actually. It's very
really nice. It looks like carousel.
A lot of gold in these places. A lot of gold there.
Yeah.
And we wonder where our state taxes go.
Yeah. Look at the floor.
Yeah, exactly, Raquel. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, it's cool that they made these buildings, right? But at the end of the day, like, and Raquel brings up my exact point, and that's why Raquel is my my man crush Monday, even though it's Friday, because yeah, like they have all this money for this. Where's my camera? Where's my camera, folks? So we have all this money to make these gold domes and marble pillars, but yet there's homeless people. There's
Seriously.
people that don't have houses. There's people that are hungry on the streets, and yet they do this. So it's absolutely ridiculous.
So crazy. Have you seen our airport bathroom? Oh my God, it's like all marble. It's crazy. It's like the whole airport's like shit, and you go in the bathroom and you're like in a palace. It's crazy.
So hey, Will.
What is it?
I didn't know that.
Hey, Will.
Go ahead,
what do you think? Do you think I was gonna say a B or a C? What do you think on this one? Because I like the interior, but the exterior is kind of lame. What do you think, B or C?
I would say a C as well too, because the exterior is lame. The interior is not as awesome enough to make it to make up for it. But yeah, I would concur with your analysis there, my friend.
Yeah. Moving on. So that's a C. Moving on to Nebraska, and we got another tower. Yay! So D or F?
I'm gonna give this one a D just because at least at the top it has a dome on it.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the other brutalist / in the middle of Art Deco.
And the interior, they put effort into it. You can clearly see they put some effort into it.
It's definitely better than some of the other dome ones. I'm going to throw that sucker as a D. And then, so again, let's breeze through Nebraska. We got way too many to go. Let's breeze through these holy smokes here, and then we're gonna get to the last couple weeks. So if anybody that doesn't know, I've been the last couple weeks I've been having some females on. We've been having a panel. We've been discussing dating in 2024. We're gonna get to that. If you tuned in for that, stay tuned. We're gonna start getting into that. We have a couple other panelists that want to join us, and I'll be letting them on shortly too. But I do want to finish this up for sure.
Yeah, Nevada, this one's simple. I think this one is a C.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one, Nevada. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. There, it's I would say a C or D. Yeah, it's pretty lame. It's from all the everything
Yeah,
that
pretty
I'm saying.
basic C. C. Next one is, oh, here we go. This one you've been to. I haven't been to this one. New Hampshire.
I'm going to give the New Hampshire State Capitol a little bit higher rating. I'm going to give it a B, and here's why. One, the Gold Dome. It's not the most impressive architectural specimen you will ever see. However, New Hampshire State Capitol is the only state capitol I've ever been to where you can just walk through. You don't have to give your ID. You don't have to get groped. Nobody touches your penis. Nobody sends you through an X-ray machine. And you can just walk in. So for that, forget a B. It's getting an A. That is getting an A for me just because that fact alone and the beautiful Gold Dome. And Concord, New Hampshire is a beautiful city.
Yes, I agree with you, Will.
Thank you for that. And then, yeah, stay tuned too, because we're going to get to, before we transition into the dating aspect of this panel and get to a few more panels up here, we're also going to, maybe, if Gabe wants, we'll see Gabe's impression of me. And anybody that wants to do an impression of Fake Mike, go ahead and tweet me, FakeMicRealNews on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll get that up on the stream.
So hey, another thing, this will make you. I remember you were talking about the Minnesota one, how nice it was. Another thing, plus about Minnesota, also that one, you don't have to go through any security either. You can just walk into that one as well.
I did not know that. I didn't think there was anything else besides New Hampshire, so that definitely puts New Hampshire in a high tier for me as well too. No groping, supplanter. Yes, I'm sorry, no groping. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, like. Some of these people, I mean, it's one thing if they push me away, but I mean, they're like, some of these people are just thirsty for my penis. They're like grabbing my penis multiple times. I'm like, bro, you're a dude. Why? And in that moment, I felt like kind of what it must be like to be a girl for like one moment, not completely, but like, Jesus, people grab girls will get smacked on the ass or grabbed by the arm or something like that. I'm like, geez, what a terrible feeling it is. Someone just grabs your penis, bro. Like, it's just a weird feeling, bro. Like, you're weird, dude. New Jersey State Capitol. Authoritarian as a mother. You have to show your ID just to get into this beast. It is beautiful, but I will give it a C. The architecture is pretty dope, but I will give this a C just because of that fact.
Well, there's another reason I give it a C as well, Will, because Trenton is just a nasty city. I mean, Trenton is not in good shape, and the building's not in good shape either. It's just falling apart, and you can see by this picture they just have wooden things covering the windows. It looks terrible.
Yeah, and I totally agree. And the thing about New Jersey is tyrannical. Trenton is a terrible, terrible city. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got some friends in Trenton, but it's not the best.
Yeah,
for sure, it's not the best. And shout outs to $1 Million Audits. Oh yeah, shout outs to $1 Million Audits. Yeah, for sure. New Jersey State Capitol.
Yeah, it's a shame though because I love the dome. The dome is beautiful, but everything else is just terrible.
Yeah, and you know it's so funny because they have these large, amazing buildings, and it's just a center for bureaucrats. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. Okay, so we get to New Mexico. This is the one I've never been to. This is one of the most unique I've ever seen for sure.
Yeah, but it's definitely unique, but still, it's definitely like not anything like the other ones. I think it's probably a D, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think this is a D tier. The uniqueness.
It's got the UN building, doesn't it?
Say again, Mellows?
Looks like the UN building.
It does. It almost looks like there's a waterfall in front of it. If it was a real waterfall in front of it, it would have went up like 9 places. But it does not, unfortunately.
Inside looks kind of cool, though, as you can see.
Yeah, and it has a state symbol at the bottom there, which is pretty cool.
And at the top. Look at the star, the 9-pointed star at the top.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll give that a C. Actually, now that I look at it, I'll give it a C on the inside.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep it at D for now. I do like that, but like the outside, that's just plain, like really plain.
Yeah, the outside's cool. I mean, at least it's circular. I think that's interesting about it. But besides that, I mean, it's not the
Yeah.
Or still the same?
Yeah. Moving
This
on to
one
New
goes-
York. Okay, so New York, I'm going to just put it out there since you're going rapid fire. I think this is another S. We got another S. This is gorgeous right here. It's like a castle almost.
Like Disney
Ridiculous.
Castle, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give this an A tier myself.
That's
It-
crazy.
it's crazy, right? And it's just like it's such a we. And the thing is, we don't make buildings like this anymore. We just make big boxes and squares and rectangles. And I mean, take a look at the beauty and the painstaking effort it took to
Like
make
Harry
some of these buildings.
Potter's
How come we can't,
school, Hogwarts.
right? How come we can't make buildings like this anymore? So yeah, I would agree with you. I'm gonna put it as an A. You can put it as an S or an A, but it's definitely either an S or an A. Yeah, let's put that as an S tier.
Yeah, New York has always been up there as one of my favorites, along with Connecticut.
And then we're gonna get to some dating stuff too, and then we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk to Raquel too and see what her secrets are. We're gonna see what her man did to bag her. We're gonna see some of the secrets, because what we want to do here is we want to cultivate gentlemen and gentlewomen, and we want to create a place where people don't have to depend on the government. We depend on each other as human beings. So we're going to be talking about her secrets and what makes a relationship work, and what females are looking for and all that stuff. So we've been doing that the last couple weeks. We're running a little late on this here, but it's pretty cool too. And this is yet another one I've yet to go to, North Carolina State Capitol. I've been to Raleigh, but I've yet to go inside.
Yeah,
Raleigh.
this one's pretty basic. I would say a C just by looking at it.
Yeah, let's throw the sucker in the C category. Let's rip through these last few here.
Okay.
And then
Thankfully, next one is an easy one. I already know where this one's going. F. North Dakota is an F.
Yeah, that is the worst state capital I've ever seen in my life.
F.
I mean,
do that voice the whole
that
time.
It's like a Lego brick.
And
Yeah.
that literally looks like these project houses here in Providence, bro.
Right.
It looks like
A prison, in fact.
Raquel will know. Raquel, doesn't that look like
That looks
the
like
project?
Charles Gate.
Yeah.
Exactly. Charles Gate, exactly. I was gonna say Charles Gate, Harper Project. That's what it looks like right there. And that's a state capital, right? You know. So
Next one is Ohio, and I live close to Ohio as well. I've been to this one. This one I do not like very much because it literally looks like they took a huge knife and chopped off half of the dome. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it's very unique. I like the columns, but I'm gonna give this one a C. The C only because it's unique. But yeah, if they would have blessed that with the dome on top, it would have looked far more.
Yeah, I'll put it in the C as well. Let's move on to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I haven't been to. I think you've been to that one, haven't you?
Yes, I have. As a matter of fact.
This is a beautiful one. I'm going to be honest. This is easily an A or an S. Look at that dome right there. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give this one a B. It's it's an A. Actually, I'm gonna give it an A because of the dome on the outside. No, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna stay true. It's a B. The dome.
Can I ask, what's up with the dome? Why is that so important?
So I don't know. Like it's because we're just figured. So me and Gabe, we're geography nerds, and I've been to a lot of state capitals. He's been to a lot of state capitals, and we just wanted to subjectively rank them before we got into dating here. Because I'm also starting. So Raquel, you've known me for a while behind the scenes here, and you know I'm an activist, and I'm never going to give up on that. However, I'm trying new ways to come at people. Because the ways I've done before, I've got things deleted and have problems with all that. So I'm coming at people with different ways. I got a new channel called The White Kevin Samuels. I got a new channel on economy, on geography, on all sorts of random things. And this is something that I just enjoy doing. And aside from that, every Friday is fun day for me. Friday is the day that I'm going to have fun. Before, my whole life was not having fun. So now Fridays are the day that I have fun. And I'm thankful to have Gabe and Mellows and you here to join me for this. So yeah, we're kind of enjoying things. At the same time, we're having fun, but we're still going to talk about real shit too. So
yeah. Next is Oregon's. Oregon's reminds me of a lot of Ohio's.
Only way better. I'm gonna give Oregon a B for the uniqueness. I've never been, and I've never seen the inside, and I would like to.
Yeah, I do like that statue at top. That definitely makes it more unique.
Yeah, and the
Very
gold.
Roman.
Say again, Mills.
Very Roman.
Yeah,
I'd
and the
just like
gold
to
really
say
makes.
Raquel's point about the dome. The inside of the dome is supposed to symbolize the heavens.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then if you want to get to a more occult thing, when you see the obelisks or the towers or the pillars or the columns, that symbolizes the male generative aspect. And when you see a dome, that symbolizes the female generative aspect. So you'll see phallic symbols with domes right next to each other because a phallic symbol with the dome creates the golden child, the Masonic
Messiah.
the Masonic Messiah, the third part of the icosahedron, no, isosceles triangle. So yeah.
Next, you got Pennsylvania's. I haven't been to this one. I know you have. This is where Audrey in America got his phone stolen from him.
Yeah, and then he drank a big cup of pee after that. I remember that. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm giving this one an A tier. It doesn't. These pictures are not doing it justice. I mean, that green, it doesn't look as it looks like an emerald green when you're there.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm giving this an A tier. And there was a super hot chick that worked in one of the administration things, and she was flirting with me, but I couldn't do anything because I was auditing. So I'm gonna go see my girlfriend. She's over there one day.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Definitely, Nay.
All right, what do we got next, my friend?
Oh, get ready. Here we go. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Here we go.
Say right now, our state capital.
Now, Rhode Island does have, fun fact, the fourth largest unsupported dome in the entire world. The entire world. So I'm going to give it a B off of that, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give it a B because I would give it an A because I'm from Rhode Island, but I'm going to give it a B. It has a gorgeous dome, but it is the fourth largest unsupported dome in the entire world, and that includes the Pantheon. So pretty cool. It's a B, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I honestly think it's an A because I mean, just look at this interior. That's beautiful. The chandelier hanging down, and yeah, the outside is really nice as well. I think it's an overall beautiful building. I'm gonna give it an A.
And we should actually give it an S just for Gina Raimondo.
Oh no!
Just because he got molested in that building.
Oh, I literally got molested in that building. That's so
What
sad.
do you mean the dome isn't supported?
So it's an unsupported dome, meaning it's like, okay, so you can have a dome, but then you can have other architectural things like a post or columns or things to support it, but it's just supported by its own self. So yeah, I mean, like certain other domes could. Do you get what I'm saying by that? I'm no expert in architecture. Gabe, can you give an explanation? Thanks.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Well, this is like you mentioned, one of the tallest domes, but it's not the tallest. The tallest, we'll get to there soon, is the state of Wisconsin, or as Will calls it, Wisconsin.
Yes. But what it wasn't that it was tall. He said it was unsupported.
Unsupported. So unsupported basically means like it's supported by its own self. So the columns on the outside and the architecture surrounding that, right below that dome, support the dome. It's supported by itself. There's other domes that are supported internally by different rods or other mechanisms of architecture. It's a good question, and Raquel brings up a great question there. Actually, I mean, so I'm gonna take a look at that real quick too.
Well, a dome ceiling allows you to have a much larger square area for a hall, for example, and you can let a lot more light into an area like that through a domed ceiling. So domed places were usually built for large gatherings. Because you could create a nice open space area with a lot of natural light into it. quite easily.
Thank you.
All right, I got South Carolina on the screen now. I haven't been to this one, but Will has. So if you want to give your thoughts, Will.
Yeah, a bunch of loser tyrants. I own the shit out of all those losers in there, and I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a D because it's nothing exceptional. I do love the palmettos outside because I love the warm weather, but it's a D, nothing exceptional. I'm gonna
Okay.
give it the D, the hard D.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to South Dakotas. South Dakota is a beautiful one. I haven't been to this one, but this is much better than North Dakota's, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that an A right there. That's a sexy looking capital.
Yeah, here's the interior. Again, beautiful. Love this one. I agree with you. A. Let's move right along. Let's go to Tennessee. Oh, you got to do like the voice, Tennessee.
You guys remember that song, Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee? We'll play that song later.
Okay, so Tennessee's is unique because this one's very tiny. Look at this.
Yeah, the Tennessee state capitol is Will's penis of capitals. It's very tiny, not much to see. There's a lot of glitter. No, I'm gonna give this one a straight F. That's my opinion. It's not much, no dome, no nothing. It's just pretty lame.
Okay, I don't think it's that because I took a tour of the inside. Have you ever been in this one?
I have, yes.
Because the inside does have some nice stuff. Like you got this is in the library. You got this neat spiral staircase in the state library in the Capitol, and the chambers is pretty nice. So it does have some neat stuff, but it's definitely not up there with the best. I'm going to put it in C, in my opinion.
All right, yeah, we'll throw that sucker as a C. Yeah, that thing is not impressive to me. Thing is not big, but yeah, I get it.
Texas State Capitol. This one, I'm going to say it's an S because this one, again, just look at the beauty of this one. This one is unique. Like look at that color of it. That like it's like bronze almost. It's such a beautiful color, and like.
Totally agree with you on this one. This is a total S tier right here. Huge dome, unique architecture on the inside. I mean, somebody really put a lot of thought into this, and the dome is spectacular. Of course, you got the white and black checkerboard. It looks like a little bit there. I could be saying incorrectly right there and looking at your screen through a screen. But yeah, I definitely agree with you overall. Definitely.
According to Google, these dome structures, they conserve a vast amount of energy, making them more cost-effective to heat and to run.
Okay. All right, so we're almost done here. If you guys are just trying to share the video, like and subscribe. We're going to actually be joined by a couple interesting people. Wait till you see who joins the panel here shortly, guys.
We got Utah next. Utah's beautiful. What do you think of this one? I think it's a solid B. Very pretty one. Again, beautiful landscape like Alaska. I like the dome. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, totally agree with you on that one. Utah, I'm going to give an A tier. It's massive, and the way it sits on the geography there out in Utah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Next is Vermont, and I like Vermont a lot, honestly. It's like New Hampshire's a lot too. It has the Golden Dome. It's a smaller one as well, but the landscape, in my opinion, makes this one even more beautiful. Like, look at all of those like trees and hills in the background.
The background of Vermont is just incredibly gorgeous. The building itself is meh. It's nothing to wow about, but the background itself and the city itself is just incredibly gorgeous. I'm going to give that a B tier. I mean, it's the surroundings itself is just gorgeous. Like when you're in Vermont, you're in another world.
Okay. I think so. Here, I won't give it an S. I'm going to put it in A. In fact, we can put it next to New Hampshire's right there. There you go. Right next to New Hampshire's. Moving on, let's go to Virginia. I haven't been to this one. This one is weird because it almost looks like the White House.
Yeah, this one has a weird thing. I've been to the outside of it. I've yet to be able to go into the inside. It's older. It's older for sure. And then you have. I'm gonna give this a B because it looks like. And somebody was saying this in the comments here. I mean, this all looks like Roman architecture, Greek and Roman architecture here.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's give it a B.
Yeah, it looks very clean. It's very unique. I haven't been to the inside, but it's one of the older ones, so I'm taking that into account as well too. And just its location in the city of Richmond is really dope.
Yeah, definitely. Next is Washington. This one's pretty. I don't know. This one, again, it has a beautiful landscape, but this one seems pretty basic. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's big and that helps, but overall, I'm gonna give that a C tier. I think it's pretty average, nothing out of the ordinary. The dome is big, but the building itself is nothing crazy. And then we got 3 more left. We're gonna get to a final 3, and then me and Gabe are gonna pick our number 1 overall state capital. And then we're gonna switch gears too. And I believe we have a magician joining us too. That's gonna be pretty.
Then
crazy.
I wish you would have had me join later because I live with my boyfriend right now, so he's like kicked out on the couch.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me
I could probably stay on for like another 45.
All right, cool. We're not even gonna be that long, so don't worry.
Okay.
All right, we got West Virginia right here. West Virginia is a beautiful state. I love the dome on the inside. Again, the exterior is beautiful. It's right next to the Kanawha Valley River, and I've been to this one actually. The interior is beautiful. I like this one a lot. I think it's like up there with an A. Again, West Virginia is a beautiful state. Look at that background.
Yeah, I agree with you. West Virginia is one of the most beautiful states. When I grew up, I thought West Virginia was a bunch of cousin effers, but West Virginia is one of the most beautiful states. I give this an A tier, and just the background. I mean, West Virginia. People say, "Oh, it's blah." Every time I drive through West Virginia, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. It's incredibly gorgeous. And now we're going to the state Wisconsin. It's been officially named Wisconsin. Wisconsin is an S tier for me. I don't think I've gave an S tier just off rip, but I mean it's just super dope. You've never seen anything like this, right? It's got the dome and then the 4 corners pointing in all 4 different directions. I mean that is just super dope. And if you pull back a little bit, it's right on the river. Wisconsin gets an S tier for me. It's gorgeous. I mean that dome is bigger than my head.
Wisconsin is such a beautiful state in general. A lot of lakes in Madison. This is the tallest dome out of any capital in the U.S. And look at this. This is the interior. You even got the W's for Wisconsin surrounding it. Look at that.
Oh man, that is cute. I didn't know that. Honestly, that may be the best looking dome I've seen. It's definitely top 5 domes I've seen. I haven't got much dome, unfortunately. And ladies,
Wisconsin is S. One more. We got Wyoming.
One more. We got the last one.
Wyoming. Here we go. This one actually reminds me. It's like if you put New Jersey's and Colorado's in a blender. That's what Wyoming's looks like.
Yeah, that literally does. I'm gonna give it a B. It's pretty cool. It's a B or C for me.
It's got a checkerboard flow again, as you can see.
Wow. And the Masonic influence is ridiculous here. What's your take on this one, friend?
I don't. I need to see pictures. I mean, it just looks like, as I look at all these state capitals, like honestly, it all looks like it was built up for like during slavery. Like it really messes me up looking at all this, and I just know that like all.
And this is why I'm such a staunch proponent. And I know this is not, but I'm a staunch proponent of reparations. So-called African Americans created this country. They built this country, and
Absolutely.
they got no money for that. The least we can give them is 40 acres and a mule. The very, very least that we can give them. And Raquel, I'm very glad that you brought up that point, because according to our mainstream historical story, these were all done, not all, but the majority were done with, not majority, I wouldn't even say majority, but and it depends what you define as forced labor. But yeah, absolutely, because these represent a timeline. Some of these were built in like the 30s, 40s. Some of these were built back in the day.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, this entire country was built off of slaves.
Absolutely.
The entire economy, every blessing that we have today is built upon slaves. And it pisses me off when people say, hey, we shouldn't, I mean, because we promised these guys, it's like, hey, by the way, sorry about that slavery thing, the 400 years of keeping you
Right.
We're going to give you 40 acres and a mule, smooth it over. And they didn't even do that. Meanwhile, Italian Americans have reparations. Israel gets their whole own state. They get their whole own country. Can we give so-called African Americans what you promised them over 100 years ago? Thanks, Gabe. So let's go to the top tier, and we're gonna switch it real quick.
They have them all in jail,
and that's the thing, bro.
That's what's going on. That's their new home. Like,
their new home is jail because they said, okay, so we can't outwardly slave these guys anymore.
Right.
Let's start a war on drugs. Let's start a socioeconomic problem. Let's start a housing crisis. Like literally everything we can do to still continue the same Inquisition.
Right. Like each person is worth about $200,000 a year in jail. So that's what they get paid by putting one of us in there.
And on top of that, as I've covered on this channel, 74% of the people that are in jail for non-violent drug charges, which is against the Constitution. With alcohol, they had to get a constitutional amendment to make it illegal. They never did that with drugs. And then a friend of mine here on the channel has been on many times, Avi from Live and Direct on the Air. He's not even a lawyer. He's gotten 6 people, maybe 7 or 8 by the time of this broadcast, out of jail who were wrongfully there, who spent time that were wrongfully there. And he's just a regular dude. And he just only started this a couple years ago. It's not like he spent 20 years doing this. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's finalize this point, Gabe. If we can put the tier list up there, and we're going to switch positions. Pause. All right. So what do we see? We got up on the S tier. Let's create the number 1, and then we're going to figure out what it takes from Raquel to get in a decent relationship. Because most people today, it's tough to get into a relationship. It's tough to find somebody that you like. Let me share the screen here. And Gabe, yeah. So we got an S tier, okay? So tell us what we got in the top. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the S tier.
We got Connecticut's, Iowa's, Missouri's, New York's, Texas, and Wisconsin.
My favorite is Wisconsin, and it's very closely followed up by Iowa with the 5 domes. I just love where Wisconsin is placed. It's just a cool, unique placement. What's your take?
Okay, I like Wisconsin's a lot too, but I'm honestly gonna I am in between 2 right now. I am in between Connecticut's and New York's. Those have always been my favorites ever since getting into this project, because they're so beautiful. Like Connecticut's, like it's there's nothing else like it out there. And again, New York's it's like a castle almost. There's nothing else like it. It's so beautiful.
I definitely agree. And now I have some people that are here backstage, and I'm having difficulty adding them, so I might have to leave and come back, because we do have some other female guests that are looking to join here right now, but I'm having some difficulty adding them. But first, Raquel, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining. And second of all, I want to say, most importantly, thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do, because you're not a person that, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not spending 24/7 out there with a sign and a foaming mouth like the end is near, but you have a balance. And I think that's what life is about, is having a balance between spending time between the people that you love, your friends, your family, your loved ones, and then also trying to make a difference. And I think Raquel is somebody I admire, because she strikes a beautiful balance of that. I went too far in the opposite direction. And one of the things that we've been focusing on here, and I might dip out for a second, come back in and see if we can get these people on. And I apologize if you're backstage. I'm going to try to get you on soon. But Raquel, man, let's talk about in general dating in 2024. You do have somebody that you're with.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, I was gonna say thank God. I mean, tell us a little bit about what you think it takes to make a successful relationship, especially in 2024, because things are far different than the 50s when when our grandparents met each other. Not that our grandparents met, but you get on.
No, I get it. See, I'm a little old school still. I got raised by my grandmother, so I have a lot of the like, morals of an old lady and such. Well, my boyfriend, see, because prior to him, I've been with him almost 3 years now. Prior to him, I was in an abusive relationship with my kid's father for like 7.5 years, and there was really no, but that wasn't like real. It was just drug induced and crazy and all that. Like I'm a recovering drug addict. I've got like a little over 2 years clean now. Thank God for cannabis, But I met my boyfriend when I was getting high. And shit happened and I had to get away and try to get sober and everything. And then I saw him at an NA meeting one night, and he just tapped me on my shoulder, and we've pretty much been together since. And it is, let me tell you, because he's a recovering crystal meth addict, and those people are fucking nuts. So it's been really, really hard, but
That's what she said.
Man, patience, like you have to have patience, and just because there's a fight, you don't give up. We don't give up. We stick with each other. It's just.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What when he just tapped you on the shoulder? What did he say? Did he make a face? Did he say, "Hey, you're pretty cute"? What was it?
No, he tapped me on my shoulder. I was like sitting awkwardly between these two people that I didn't even know. Like I don't go to any meetings by myself, but coincidentally I did that day. And he just tapped me on my shoulder and he was just like, "Hi." And I was so grateful to see him there. I thought he was dead.
Wow. Let me ask you another question, Raquel. I ask it to every female on the show, and then I also ask it to people that I know in real life. What are the best, worst, craziest, and most frequent pickup lines you've ever gotten? Again, I'll repeat that. Best, worst, craziest, and most frequent. It could be in real life and or on the digital sphere, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth.
I don't even know. People don't even try to get with me no more. Seriously.
Well, in your day, you're an attractive woman. Obviously, you have a boyfriend now, so that there's a line there. You've established boundaries, and that's amazing that you've done that. But I mean, the thing is, as guys, we don't get hit on. Girls, we're the guys that hit on the girls, right? Well, that's our job. I mean, obviously, that's generally speaking, but okay, so Raquel, okay. Let's just imagine we opened your DMs right now. What is everyone saying? Are they saying, "Hey"? Are they saying, "Yo, what up"? Or are they saying, "Yo, you got a fat ass"?
Yeah, I mean, people are trying to have a conversation. I can't stand Facebook Messenger, in the first place. But guys are always trying to talk to me, and I just hit them with the "I have a boyfriend," and if they keep going,
what's the thing that they hit you with the most? What's the opening line that guys will hit you with? And the reason I say this is
"Hey, beautiful, what you doing?" It's like the same shit. Cause
all right, you heard that, guys? Don't say, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing?" Because she's heard it a million times. I've talked to a few other female friends, and they'll open up their Tinder in front of me, and it's just like, "Hey, hey, 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 you're sexy."
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's not even lines anymore. They just, it's like I don't even know. They're like an open book. It's whack. It's whack. It's not impressive. So
yeah,
like my block list is way larger than my friends list.
That's bad. Yeah, and that's another thing too is like. So I've done some wizard hunting, and if you don't know what a wizard is, it's somebody that's an adult that likes to abuse children. And so what I would do is I would go on Tinder and Grindr and pretend I was underage male, and I would have some of the most grotesque things sent to me. Literally, like 5 minutes, I start a profile, and I get pictures like this. Like like this,
Oh my God.
only butt naked, and I'm like, oh. So this is what a girl's like. You guys get all these weird pictures, and I'm like, holy smokes, bro. So men and women, we definitely have two different experiences here. So this is what I'm gonna do. I seem to be having some technical difficulties here adding people to the stream for whatever reason. I have about 4 people backstage, and they can't even add them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a whole new stream. Raquel, she can join us, fine. If not, maybe another time. Raquel, before we wrap the stream up here, I would like to give you an opportunity. What is your Cash App? What is your PayPal? How can people to donate to you? How can people support your activism? And how can people help you out in general? And we'll put that in the chat for people.
Amazing.
And I want to thank you, Raquel. And then hopefully, even if you can't make it this time, we're going to be Fridays is the fun day. And hopefully we can have you back on there. And then also, hopefully we can have you on another day that's not a Friday and interview you about your tremendous activism and your backstory too.
Oh man, I would love to tell you guys all about people. Like I work with amazing people with PVD flowers. Oh, that's what the dispensary is called, PVD flowers.
And Raquel will be sending me about 6 ounces of free samples, and I will be letting you know how that is. So stay tuned for that. Gabe, man, I really appreciate you, man. I feel like we've become good friends over this last week or so, man. I admire you, man. You're an activist. You're somebody that doesn't, despite the fact that you're on autism, which to me, whatever. That I have my own theories on that. That's another show. We'll talk about that another time.
Listen, you're a genius. You're a low-key genius.
Literally, like the thing is, like there's people out here that are not autistic, and Gabe is kicking their ass, right? So
no shit, because you can notice the little things. Like it is a beautiful gift to be autistic, honestly. So embrace that.
I told Gabe the same thing. I literally believe this. I told Gabe this behind the scenes the other night. I said, I literally believe that the savior of our community of the world is the autistic people. These people are so incredibly smart, and people like Gabe say, "Oh, I'm not so good socially, bro." This guy, I've been doing YouTube and radio for years. Like I'm here at work. I have to attend to something here at work. He's like, "All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna go right back into mid." Like he does a better job than me in his first time, right? So I mean, these people are warriors. Gabe is, and the thing is, I don't even like the word autistic. I just think it's like, we're all people, right?
Yeah.
Raquel,
it sounds like you're an artist.
That's what I'm. Yeah. Raquel. So I mean, these are all these adjectives. Raquel, she's a little what you might call darker than me. She has much more beautiful teeth than me. Gabe's a stronger guy than me. He's smarter than me. Mellows is all these things in combined. I just happen to be a pale dude that accidentally shaved his mustache a little too tight this time, right? I'm sorry. Next week you're gonna see the full mustache. I'm sorry. It's what happens when your barber just puts it down here like we're in the 90s again. We gotta restart. So despite my mustache, guys, what I'm going to do is restart this. And Gabe, I want to give you first. Let's go to Mel's, and then Gabe, I want to give you the floor. And then also Raquel, I want you guys to support Raquel. I'm going to put it in the chat in the description. Her Cash App is. I'll put that on the screen in a sec. But go ahead, please, Gabe. Any final thoughts? And again, thank you. And maybe we're going to talk behind the scenes, Gabe and I. And if you guys had some fun with this, who knows? We might be creating our own geography channel in the near future.
Stay tuned.
It's awesome. I hope to see you guys again like next week or the week after.
Yes, Raquel, and tell your boyfriend, your friends, your cousins, tell your husband, and tell your kids, because they're graping everybody out here too about the show. Tell them if you want to join. We're going to be doing that. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. And Mellows.
Oh, from Rhode Island.
Be on FakeMicRealNews.
Yeah, man. No, honestly, Raquel, I love you because you've been somebody that. I don't remember when, but I do remember one time that I had an event years ago, and you showed up. And there are people that have been friends of mine, like blood friends, like close friends for years, that I've known for over 20, 30, 40 years. Maybe not 40 years, but but they ain't show up to my protests and my rallies, and you did. And you and your man will always have a special place in my heart. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Literally anything that you guys can think
Thank
of.
you
You're
so
an
much.
amazing,
You are
amazing
so
soul, and that's why I
impressive,
reached out to you.
truly.
No, seriously, Raquel, you're an amazing soul, and that's why I wanted to have you on here. Mellows, man, I want to say thank you to you for helping coordinate the stream here. We're going to get back onto the dating stream after this. Mellows, any final thoughts, man? We talked about a bunch of crazy stuff today here. Any final
Yeah,
thoughts?
just some house cleaning. We can mention the forum, Vigilante Media.
Tell people
Grim
about
Reaper.
tell people about that, please. What is that?
Okay. Well, it's a forum for us, for our community activists. People come together and share ideas. We have a lot of apps that we've custom developed and we've made available to some of the members. So yeah, just get down there, sign up, and get involved. You can get in touch with any one of us from there quite easily.
Yeah, we're creating our own internet here, guys. DCYF, they don't like to take care of kids, so we have to take care of kids.
Don't get me started.
That's gonna be a whole nother story. That's where me and Raquel know each other from. Yeah, the government says, oh, don't worry, we'll give you Social Security. That's broke. Oh, we'll take care of your money. That's broke. Oh, we'll take care of your roads. That's effed up. Everything the government says they're gonna do.
Everything, like, you need to listen to every little thing they say, meet every single appointment, do all. It's like their way to control you. That's all it is.
And it's easy to do when they have your children in their hands. The government can literally take your children out of your hands. And on that note, we're going to keep it nice because today is Friday.
Wait, hold on. Wait, before I go, let me tell you a little bit about that. So
before you go, Raquel, your Cash App is on the screen. If you like this feisty freedom fighter who is not going to take no for an answer, who has fought over the years for DCYF kids, the innocent kids, if you want to get in contact with her, send her a donation. It's $RAQBAK. It's on the screen right now. It's going to be in the description. RAQBAK. One more time. RAQBAK. That's on Cash App. Let her know that the fakest of all, Michael, sent you. And please, Raquel, take the floor and take your time.
Like with DCYF. So my thing, like, I have a 10-year-old, Julius, and so, like, I got my cannabis license. He was born in 2013. I got my marijuana license in 2014. My son was in DCYF care. Like, I was having visits with him and stuff. And, I asked the judge. I went to the judge. I had a whole plan put in place for how I was going to use with being in the care of with my child in my care. And, the judge approved me to be able to have my license. And, like, I got switched from one DCYF worker in Providence to one in Bristol. He came on, he saw, because, like, the program I was in just released me. They didn't know what to do with me because I had my marijuana license and I was testing positive. So they were just like, all right, you're done. And so, but when I got my DCYF switched, so mind you, I was having 2 8-hour unsupervised visits a week with my son. And, when it got switched, the Bristol DCYF worker came on and saw my marijuana license and was like, you're having visits with him and you have your license? He was like, no more. You're going to have to come in my office once a week to do a supervised visit. He was a no call, no show for, 2 months. But even before that, like, what I felt like I had that choice to give up the marijuana and, do what my DCYF said and get my son back. Or I could, like, if I did that, then what's going to happen to every other girl that comes after me? You know what I mean? So, like, I felt like I could not do that. I mean, I regret it today, you know what I mean? But I know that it was still for the right reasons. Like, what do you mean I can't have my medicine and have my child?
That's the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, they would have no problem with hitting you with what. I'm not going to say the word. They would have no problem giving you Percocets, Vicodin, all.
That's what I'm saying, motherfuckers on methadone and shit. Come on. Like, I'm the best. Like, I did a parenting class. I did all this shit. Like, I'm the best mother that never got to mother. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, but I feel like I definitely made a difference for those who followed after me, and that's really what That's all I want to do. Like, I'm not trying to win something just for me. It's about those that come after me. Like a representative of Pawtucket, Cherie Cruz, she said to me in a program for Mother and Children, she said, you know, before I started advocating, she's the one that introduced me to it. She said, if you tell your story, you can help hundreds of girls that come after you. And that was all it took. And I've been testifying and advocating since. And I don't have my child, but I think I made a way for many mothers that came after me. So.
Yeah, Raquel, we really appreciate you, man. I mean, and I try to keep Fridays late. We're going to talk to you again on a day that is not a Friday where I can get a little bit riled up here. But it's rather unfortunate that the situation you're in. But the thing that I love
I'm blessed. I'm telling you, I'm about to be part owner of a dispensary. Like, it all came full circle. I'll get him back one day. I'm okay.
And that's the thing. Raquel's a fighter, and and it's just amazing that we live in the land of the free, and you have to choose between, hey, can I consume a plant that grows normally on the ground or see my kid? I mean, that's the most absurd, illogical thing that I've ever heard. And guys, please do me a favor and support Raquel. Her Cash App is on the screen. It's $RAQBAK. $RAQBAK. Let her know.
I appreciate it, but don't stress it. I'm just saying, you know.
No, I know. And we need to support the people that have put their neck out on the line for us. So on behalf of everybody here, guys, I'm going to be opening up another stream very soon. I'd like to say thanks to everybody that joined. Thanks to everybody that shared. We'll be seeing you again very soon on this channel. And then every Friday, you guys already know what's going on. Fake Mike.